I love that. Let's
New
make
NBA Power Rankings. They
that.
just dropped yesterday. Y'all know who's at the top, right?
Minnesota.
Clippers,
The best team in the league.
after they just lost to Cleveland.
Still the best team in the league.
You got them better than the Nuggets?
No, but I think.
So what you talking about, Mars? What are you doing? What are we doing right now, Mars? What's happening?
They're the second best team in the West. That's a good thing.
You just said they was the best team in the league. They're the second best team in the West, but they're the best team in the league. Which one is it, Mars? Can't be the second best team in the conference, but be the best team in the league. That doesn't work.
No, because on any given night, they can beat anyone. So
that does not make you the best team in the league, because Detroit could beat anybody on any given night. Yes, they can. They just beat Oklahoma City. They just
but that's OKC. That's because they're not beating the Clippers.
Well, we all know that they just beat Oklahoma City on any given night.
Yeah, but anyone can beat OKC. Anyone can't beat the Clippers.
Why anyone can't beat the Clippers? Cleveland just did it last night.
But the Clevelands are a good team.
Didn't Brooklyn beat the Clippers?
What's happening right now?
Brooklyn are a good team. Golden State are a good team. Wait, did Golden State beat them? I saw they blew like a 50-point lead.
They blew them out. They had a back-to-back, so it was 1-1 when they played each other.
Doesn't count. But no, since the Clippers have been
locked. This is your man, dog. Just so you know, this is your man.
Yeah, I know. I hate it when he be doing this nonsense.
Since the Clippers have been locked in, they've been the best team in the league.
Is that up for question?
Yeah, I don't think that's a crazy thing. How?
It is up for question. I mean, don't get me wrong, Miles. They've had the best record in the league since December 1st. All right, sure. They've had the best record in the league since December 1st. And
does that fall under my bad, Chill? But doesn't that fall under the 27 game middle window right there?
Well, it's around Christmas. That's when the 27 games start. So
my bad. I didn't mean to interrupt. I was just curious.
Yeah, they've had the best record in the league since December 1st. I can definitely give it that. James Harden has actually been playing really well. I said this to you. I don't think Dub was on the show when I said this to Mars, but over the last 10 games, Russ is averaging less than 2 turnovers a game. Balling. Averaging less than 2 turnovers a game. Their defense has picked up really, really good. But are they the best team in the league? And it's not a question. I mean, Minnesota have been at the top of the Western Conference since the beginning of the season. The lowest they've fallen is 2. They've been at the top of the Western Conference since the beginning of the season. I think Denver fell to 4th at one point. Boston has been at the top of Boston has been at the top of the league. They've had the best record in the league for the past 2 months. Now, if I let Mars tell it, Boston just got blown out at home by the Clippers, who, by the way, went to Los Angeles and beat them by 40 a month and a half ago. So
without Kawhi.
Okay, and they didn't have Porzingis a couple of nights ago neither.
Kawhi's the best player. Porzingis the third best player, so it's kind of different.
Well, I've heard some people say Porzingis is the second best player on that crew. So
no one says Kawhi is the second best player.
And Porzingis is very crucial for that crew as well.
He is. I'm fine with that. I'm fine with that. But that's why neither team is going to blow each other out if they meet each other in the finals. It's going to be a close series.
Right.
But I'm just saying 22-5 if you lost 27 games. Best team in the league.
Fellas, we will get back to the power rankings, but David Mujinaya has a topic he wants us to address right here and right now. David Mujinaya said, if you could go back in time and be the coach or GM of any team, which year do you go to? Which job would you take? And what would you do differently? Who wants to kick this off?
I want to start off. It's actually recently.
You got it.
I'll be the GM, or I'll probably be the GM of the 2022 Lakers when they traded for Russ and telling them, don't do that nonsense. Keep KCP, keep Caruso. Wait. Was KCP on that crew in 2021, Mars? I forgot.
He was. Yeah,
he was.
They just won the NBA championship.
So keep them there. Keep Caruso there. Don't sit here and mess up and blow up your team trying to acquire Russ and try to go tit for tat with the Boston Celtics, with the Brooklyn Nets. And I think that crew and the turnaround of that crew would have been very differently if they didn't make that trade. So I'm definitely picking that crew, making sure that they don't ruin their franchise with that trade. And you feel me? That we going to give LeBron James another ring and Anthony Davis.
Mars, what you got?
The KD Warriors, so I can see how important coaching is, or if they can just win a championship with me as a coach. then
Bro,
then
hold
I'll
on,
have some,
no.
then I'll have some serious agendas for Steve
This
Kerr.
is the difference, though. Are you like actually gonna coach, or are you just gonna sit
No,
back?
I'm a coach. I'm a coach. I'm a do what I think Steve Kerr was doing. I'm gonna see if they can win with me as a coach. Because if they can, Steve Kerr, buddy, I'm not gonna lie, those 2 rings looking sketchy for you. So
Mars, you do know that Andre Iguodala was in the huddle drawing up plays while that was going on.
So
Like
I believe if they can, it's only a win-win for me. Either I win 2 rings as a coach, maybe 3, because maybe I don't bring KD back. Who knows? Maybe I keep them healthy, or they lose and then KD gets cooked. I'm fine. So I think that's a win-win for me. So yeah, I'm a coach to 2017 Warriors.
Did y'all hear what George Karl said about Andrew Iguodala? Called him a mole. How they lost to the Warriors and then went to like he was on the Nuggets, they lost to the Warriors, and then went right to Golden State. I find it funny how KD gets all that criticism, but not Andre Iguodala. But hey, I mean, I'm just
they're not the same person.
Sure, George Karl called him a mole, man. If people kind of had a
And that
problem,
wasn't
with it.
the same team either, Dub. They haven't
I'm
won a
just
championship.
saying, it's kind of
They haven't
it's
won
kind
yet.
of sketchy. It's kind of
It's a
sketchy.
little different once you win.
And Iggy didn't play well in that series either. People thought KD flopped the 3-1 lead for that. So I don't know. Look kind of weird for me.
If Iggy was the 3rd best player in the world, maybe he'd be given that treatment. Maybe, I don't know.
Oh,
I mean,
like
he was
that.
Finals
like that
MVP
answer,
though.
Mars.
Now that you do mention that, Dub, he did. I don't know, but Chilltown, we gotta
Not to mention he was
a ticket.
Go ahead. Sorry.
Well, I would have probably went back to the 99-2000 season. And I would have stopped the Lakers dynasty from beginning. I would have went to Portland. I'd have been the head coach. And I would have went to Hack-a-Shaq early in the 4th quarter. I wouldn't have let the Lakers get into a rhythm to get back in that game. I would have got that game home if I was a coach.
How are you a Lakers fan and saying that you would keep?
No, he asked me. Hold on. He asked me if any. Hold on.
He wants to change history.
He asked me if any. He asked me if any.
Keeping your favorite team from winning.
You're a Miami Heat fan, but you're a captain for LeBron James. So shut up. So again, as I said before, he asked what would be an ideal situation. If I was Portland and that team was thirsting for a championship at that time, I would have, if I was a coach, I would have went to Hack-a-Shaq early in the 4th quarter. I would have stopped the Lakers from getting in the rhythm and getting back in the game. It was a 16-point lead. I'd have went to Hack-a-Shaq and literally destroyed the rhythm of that game and made him either take Shaq out the game or make Shaq make free throws all through the 4th quarter. That's what I would have did, because they would have won that game. There's no reason why Portland should have lost that game. Kobe and Shaq's greatness overtook that 4th quarter, but that was bad coaching on the other end. That was horrific coaching. If I'm coaching, I'm going right to Hack-a-Shaq, and you're just going to have to beat me at the free throw line in the 4th quarter. I'm up 16.
With 7 minutes on the clock.
Damn, he said Mike Dunleavy sold. That's tough.
Mars, they were up 7. They were up 15 with 7 minutes. Half the quarter's over. And this ain't like it is today where the game is fast. No, this is in the Western Conference Championship. They up 15 points with 7.5 minutes. The Lakers, I think, went on a 20-2 run to end the game. It ain't just because you can't make a shot. The adjustments need to be made, and there were none. 0.
Sure, what's your
Sounds
team?
like we need Scottie Pippen for that.
Come on, bro. I'm tired of people. Chilltown, did you pick your team yet?
No, I didn't.
What's your team?
I'm going back to 2009. How about you pass on Tony Allen and you take James Harden in the draft? Get the beat out of here. And you put James Harden on that crew with Mike Conley and Zach Randolph.
Just for the forward in the playoffs?
I think they would have been a lot better. A lot better.
Yeah, but James Harden having the crew led by James Harden still would have lost anyway. So,
well, actually, it's not led by him. It's actually led by Mike Conley in the Grindhouse and Zach Randolph.
They had Mark at that point, right?
Yes.
Yo, that would have damn near been like the perfect. You know how I always say
that would have been a good crew. I'm not gonna lie.
No, for real. Like a guy like Jalen Brunson, for instance, or when I say guys like Trae Young, even Steph Curry, they need a defense built around them. That would have been perfect for James Harden, having also another facilitator, Mike Conley, that could take pressure off him, having a guy that can get a bucket at any time, Zach Randolph, having a big as nice as Marc Gasol who can man the defense, also can get a bucket on the block, having all those other defenders around him. I think that would have been, James Harden in the grindhouse. I could see it. I could see it. Still would have lost in the conference finals, but I could see it being all right.
I think if we go in with the leadership intangibles that's around him, with Mike Conley and Zebo and them, and I think Prince was on that team too for a good minute, right?
Tayshaun Prince, yes.
Tayshaun Prince. So in my head, I'm like, I think that's a really good crew for him to be a part of. And I mean, could they defeat the Warriors? Because that was a team that kept combating them in the postseason.
Here's the problem, though. Dub. Rudy Gay on that team too. Get him out of there. Gotta go. Rudy Gay gotta get Rudy off the crew. Rudy gotta go. If we're gonna be good, get Rudy off the crew. We're gonna be competitive. Get Rudy off the crew 100%. So
that is true.
Mm-hmm. Yes, get Rudy off the crew. So
can that crew beat the Warriors?
I think that they give them a good shot. I do. With James Harden playing at the off guard spot. Because when he got to Houston, they gave him the ball. I mean, I didn't know he was 28 a game good. I didn't know he was that good. But if he's playing in Memphis to start, playing off the ball like that, Mike Conley being a distributor that he is, I think he's perfect for them. Perfect for what they're doing. The shooting guard that they need.
Let me turn the conversation, Chilltown. Let's get out the small town. So, Doug, I'm glad I forced you to pull up today. It's good to see you, brother.
This is
now,
nasty,
we was in here a couple of days ago, and me and Chilltown were in here. Me and Mars, we were talking about a trade from the Miami Heat. And we were talking about a guy who had basically been on horrible teams for the last few years, Doug. And his name was Scary Terry Rozier, right? And we told you that we felt like the chemistry and all of the small things, the intangible, the championship pedigree, and all that stuff that Caboose brought to the table. You know what I'm saying? Kyle Lowry, dog. We thought that was a mistake. We didn't like that. But somebody by the name of Debonair, who I told needs to go holler at Vince McMahon because he's a wrestler, not a basketball player, he wanted to get upset and say, oh, man, I'll put anything they'll destroy the Knicks. That's what you said.
I did.
Right? And they ended up getting absolutely dog walked and annihilated by the Knicks. And then you get beat again last night, cremated again.
Rewind ticket on national television against you.
Now, I don't know what you think, bro, but to me, that trade has not only killed y'all's chemistry, it's hurting a balance that you guys still had within the locker room, because Kyle Lowry was a leader in that locker room. Even though he was a newer guy, he was a leader in that locker room. Guys respected him because he won a championship, and he came up big in big-time moments, and he did the small things that Miami Heat fans didn't appreciate, but they will watching Scary Terry out there this season. What's your thoughts, dog? What, you still sticking on your chest on the Miami Heat?
I need everyone to understand something. Miami Heat last year in the regular season was an 8th seed with Kyle Lowry.
Just not
like,
last
let's
year.
Not. I'll let you get this off.
It's not last
so
year.
Let's not sit. No. So let's not sit here and act as if in the playoffs that things can change dramatically, okay? Because Kyle Lowry last season wasn't that great. Kyle Lowry they started a 3-game losing. They started this losing streak we're on with Kyle Lowry being there. You know how many shots he made in all those 3 games? 4 shots. He made 4 shots in 3 games.
Shots he made in the playoffs.
No, and that's the point. That's my point. If you're gonna criticize Miami and them not being this good crew, the same way that you're bigging up Kyle Lowry in the postseason, let's wait for this team to show out in the postseason and see what they can do.
Might not make it.
But Miami last season was an 8th seed, almost got bounced with Kyle Lowry. But we wasn't questioning the intangibles, the chemistry. What are we talking about?
Make it, bro. I'm just gonna be honest with you, bro. There's something missing from this Miami team, bro. And one of the big things I think that's missing is in the locker room is UD's presence in these type of situations. I think UD's presence is missing in these type of situations behind the scenes in the locker room on a day-to-day basis, at practice on a day-to-day basis. You can't replicate that. That's something that you can't replicate. So when his team was down, I always, Chilltown and Mars, felt like UD was the pulse. He was the defibrillator that kept these guys, their chest pumping. You understand what I'm saying? Whenever they was going to flatline as a team. Because you guys almost flatlined last year and missed the whole playoffs. You came back and won that other game.
We are not going to sit here and credit that to UD. Are you kidding me?
Listen, Doug, listen to your boy. But this year, Doug, It just doesn't seem like, because you're always going to have Jimmy in the locker room, but you always need an opposite of Jimmy. And to me, when you got rid of Kyle Lowry, and that's why I'm not talking about just basketball. When me and Chilltown told you that we didn't say we was talking about just basketball on the court. We talking about the intangibles that the dude brought to the team in situations where it got deep like this. Yeah, you might lose 2 or 3 straight games, whatever, but 7 straight games, though.
So let me. I need to preference this as well, because Miami right now is still this is a new crew. This is a new crew that we've been a part of. These are new guys with Jaime. Richardson hasn't been there for years. Now we got Scary Terry on the lineup. Jimmy Butler been in and out of the lineup, so we haven't had Jovic out there a lot of times. So this is Highsmith's not really that new, but yeah, he's getting more PT than before. The thing is, just a few weeks ago, Miami was sitting on the 4 speed and nobody was criticizing them at all. They're going through this losing streak right now. In my opinion, throughout a process of getting a trade, in my opinion, there's nothing to be upset about, because a team that's fairly new with each other, there needs to be an adjustment period. We just seen the Clippers have they had like 1-9 in a 10-game stretch when James Harden just got there. Let's not sit here and act as if Miami's in question because they're going through this 7-game. That's a lie. That's not true. We do have that personnel.
Who's that personnel that y'all have like the Clippers? Do y'all have do you guys have 3? Hold on.
We have personnel. We have personnel to be great.
You guys have 4 lock Hall of Famers on the roster?
We have personnel to be great.
Who outside of Jimmy and Bam?
We have Jimmy, Bam, Hero, Terry Rozier still good. I don't know why you act like he's a scrub.
Hero, hold on. Yeah,
and you got Jaime Hotgas, Josh Richardson.
Helping ticket.
Like, what are we talking about? Kevin Love.
I have to interject. We'll get back to this. But Air Buddy, not 2 buddy, not 1 buddy, but Air Buddy has a super chat, and he said, "Ticket, don't forget to stay on Chill's helmet about the Bucks. Yesterday, we already saw the energy shift on the defense.
I'm glad you brought it up. I'm so glad you said that to my boy Chill,
because I'm gonna say this.
Get the super chat up.
This is what I was telling. This is what I was telling Dub about Dame Dollar. When we talk about Dame Dollar, in those situations, Giannis had 29-12. He balled out in the 4th quarter. Dame has to show up in them situations, bro, offensively. You cannot first of all, defensively, they were solid. When Jamal Murray is making tough shots like that,
no, they weren't.
They only scored.
No, they were not. No, they weren't.
Let me finish, Q-Town.
Keep going.
They only shot 22% from the 3.
Yep.
That was great. They held their field goal percentage under, I think it was under 48. That was great. And they only scored 113 points in an era where teams were scoring 130, 140. That's great. So the overall team defense was great. You forced those 2 guys. The problem is that Dame Dollar couldn't show up in the time. Wait. When you're Dame Dollar, Chilltown, and you're averaging 25, 26 a game, and you only get 18, you can't. You get your shot block going to the basket. You can't get your 3-point shot off. Everything seemed hard for him. Then you got 3 turnovers in the 3rd quarter that lost control of the game. They had control of the game. Dame has 3 turnovers in the 3rd quarter that caused them to go up 8. That would kill the game, him and Bobby Portis in that little stretch right there during that game. Then in the 4th quarter, he has another crucial turnover, gets his shot block, runs out of bounds, and catches the ball. That was a huge possession. That's a 2-possession game. Then the rest of it went to fouls. So you lose a 7-point game. 113 to 107, something like that, 6-point game.
Yep.
So in reality, the Bucks normally score more points than that. So the defense was way better though. I watched them scrambling, rotating. They didn't let all the other guys kill you. Murray, when he gets in his bag like that, ain't nothing you're gonna do, Chilltown. You can put 1, 2, whatever you want to do. Jamal Murray's one of the toughest scores in the league, bro.
Right.
And we can't take that away from. And Jokic, this motherfucker is throwing up jump hooks over dudes with stretch arms. Ain't nothing you can do about him. You know that your main guys gonna get their numbers, Chill. The other guys, they controlled those guys. Right. And I like that game. They just needed to get guys down the stretch. You couldn't get nothing from Middleton either, and you couldn't get nothing from Dame, and that's what killed them down the stretch, bro.
So with that all being said, Ticket, and you made some really good points. But the one problem that we have, and I've said I'm on record saying this, Doc is not the difference. This is a personnel.
Game,
yeah, right. Doc is not the difference.
But did they play better defensively?
No, they
Well,
didn't.
hold on, let me ask you this question. Why don't you think they play better defensively, bro?
I'm about to explain it to you right now.
Go ahead, homie.
So let's rewind. This is not a Doc issue. Doc is a good coach. He's not the problem. The problem is they have a personnel issue, and it's at the lead guard. I've said this to you guys countless times. How many times have I seen Damian Lillard last night in particular, when we get into the meat and potatoes of the game? Do not let him off the hook. Do not let him off the hook ticket with that, Jamal Murray is just a tough. No, we're still switching ones and fives. Not only are we still switching ones and fives, he's still getting caught in switches in no man's land. I'm watching him get caught in a switch on a pick and roll because they actively hunted him last night. Actively, they went after Damian Lillard.
I thought that was guarding him. I thought that Malik Beasley was guarding.
No.
They had Malik. Hold on. Did they have Malik Beasley on Murray last night?
Jamal. So what I'm watching Jamal. I'm watching Jamal Murray.
Yeah, but they switch.
Right, they did. So I'm watching Jamal Murray and Damian Lillard match up against each other, and they're actively hunting him with pick and rolls. And what Damian Lillard is doing, which is ridiculous, is he's switching, and Brook Lopez is now covering Jamal Murray. And now Damian Lillard is at the free throw line in the mid post with Joker, and he's screaming at Giannis to get to him. When in reality, you should just be fighting over the screen, which Joker isn't even setting.
I really didn't. I chill. I disagree with you on that. I really did. I'm gonna be honest with you. I thought they did a really good job last night defensively, man.
I'm telling you.
I mean, because in the NBA, your superstars.
That's why they're superstars. They're gonna score. Make them shoot 22%. Your
superstars are gonna score in many situations. But
they just messed up.
I know.
If you go back and look at that game, Chilltown, go back and look at that game and look what they did all across the board. Because see, listen, normally we pretty much know that the Bucks, their offense is on point. Last night, we understood Middleton and Dame wasn't there offensively. Okay, we accept that, right? But when you talk about hold on, Chill, hold on 1 second.
Keep going,
defense, Chill, with the Denver Nuggets, it ain't just Murray and Jokic that's killing you with their scoring. It's the passing that's killing you, that's causing the other dudes to get off, right? So when you think about it, they made Jokic take 25 shots last night. He only shot 40% from the field. They did a damn good job on him.
Right.
So Murray's the one who really got loose last night because he was just everything he was scoring. Chill trying to do was hitting amazing shots, bro. Fadeaways, all kind of crazy shots he's hitting, Chill. Right. Everybody else was intact. Aaron Gordon, 8 points. Aaron Gordon, 33% from the field. That's the starter. Reggie Jackson, 42% from the field. Braun didn't do nothing. Most of these other guys outside of him didn't do anything. Michael Porter Jr., 42% from the field. Hold on, Chill. Hold on 1 second, Chill.
My fault.
So when I'm looking at Milwaukee, the defense, I'm not concerned about that. What I'm concerned about last night was the fact that in the trenches, Dame Dollar was 5 of 13 from the field. He shot 38% from the field in a marquee game against a marquee point guard, Chilltown. Chris Middleton, Chilltown, he was 60% from the field. Guess what? He got out of the offense late in that game last night. In the second half, he was non-existent. He didn't even get shots. So that's something that they're going to have to address right there because he only ended up with 14, but he shot 60% from the field. So you have Giannis, who shot 57.9 from the field. He did his job, 29, 12, and 4 assists, a block, a steal, whatever, right? Lopez gave you 19. He's got to crash the boards. He only had 2 rebounds. He got to crash the boards. And I like Giannis took the challenge. They put Giannis on Jokic. I like that last night. Giannis was guarding Jokic too. He was guarding him too. So again, Chill, I'm looking at the offense, bro. And then Bobby Portis was horrendous, Chilltown. 2 of 13 from the field, bro. 2 of 13.
Right.
So when you have your 6th man that can't produce scoring, when Dame is shooting 38% from the field, Chilltown, you're not gonna. And Giannis has to do that against the Nuggets, bro. All he needed is one other guy. If Dame plays his normal game, they win.
Here's the problem with that ticket. His normal game has been basically what you've been seeing this year. He's hit like some big shots, but this is his normal game, especially defensively.
I'm talking about offensively, Chill. Offensively.
Right. And offensively, he has not been great. No, he has not.
I agree with you on that.
No, he has not been great. Now, you're talking about the Dame Lillard that's in Portland. You're not going to see that Dame Lillard here in Milwaukee. And the reason why you're not going to see that Dame Lillard in Milwaukee is because the offense is different.
Me and you on the same board.
Okay, so the offense is different. With that being said, the defense from Damian Lillard, how what's the word I'm looking for? He's just the defense with Dame Lillard, how lost he is on defense. You guys, if you guys would just sit down and just watch him, when him and Brook Lopez are switching ones and fives, not only are they switching ones and fives, they're switching ones and fives on different guys. It's not just Jamal Murray. They're switching ones and fives on Reggie Jackson too, when he does not need to switch. Reggie Jackson going downhill. He's blowing by Damian Lillard. Damian Lillard is the prop. This is a personnel issue. This is not a Doc Rivers problem. This is a personnel issue where the defense that needs to be played at that level in order to win is not there. Sure.
So no, you don't think they played good enough defense last night to win?
Once again, Giannis is going to make up.
I'm asking you.
No, I don't.
You held them to 113 points.
Okay, just so you know, Ticket, the league average is 116. So you held them to under a bucket what league average is.
But what do they average?
That's it. The league average.
No, I'm saying, what do the Nuggets average?
The Nuggets are, I think they're in the top 3 in the league in offense, something like that.
Right.
The Nuggets average 115 a game.
Oh, so they average 115 a game. One bucket. With that being said, the lead guard, the defense that's necessary to be played. I ain't asking Damian Lillard to be an all-league defender. I'm not asking him to be Drew Holiday. I'm not asking him to be Marcus Smart. But what I am asking him to do, I'm asking him to be smarter. You don't switch ones and fives. I'm asking him to give better effort. You don't die on ghost screens. You know what a ghost screen is, Ron? A ghost screen is when a guy comes up to you and he's not even screening. He's just coming up to you and you just anticipate he's going to screen, so you switch, which is what Damian Lillard does. That's what he does. Did you see that last night, Mars? Absolutely, I saw that. Hold on. I want to ask Mars because I know Mars studied that game. Mars, what did you think about Dame's D last night? Keep it real. I ain't gonna get mad if you go against
Dame's D last night. Pause.
I don't
fall for it, Mars. You go against them.
I just want to know I want to know his honest assessment if he felt like Chilltown felt that his defense was so bad last night, because I didn't see it.
I don't think his defense was good, but I don't think that was the reason they lost. Personally.
What's the reason why you think they lost?
Because I think down the stretch, I mean, me and Shaw speak about this all the time. I say this, if the game's close down the stretch with Denver, they're gonna run Jokic and Jamal Murray 2-man game, and you're going to lose. So, like, I think the Bucks played pretty well for a first game with a new coach. They were hitting damn near every three. It felt like they couldn't miss. Now I will say, I think Brook Lopez has just regressed this year. So you kind of have to play him in a deep drop. And in order for a drop coverage to work, you have to have guards who either can fight through screens or can play well in recovery. And the Bucks don't have either one of them, which is why the Nuggets were able to cook in the mid-range and get to the rim, even though they weren't making threes, but it was very easy for them to score in the mid-range. But that's because the drop coverage is so deep that there's no adjustment, I don't think. If Doc Rivers figures out a formula to fix that, maybe I'll give him credit as a coach, because there's nothing I see that he can do for that. So I think that's just a symptom of their defense. I don't
think that there's anything that you can do to fix that. That's an effort thing. And when you talk about skill, I mean, we can talk about game planning and schemes, but getting around screens, that's effort. Drop coverage, that's going up against guys that like Dennis Schroeder, who you think are going to shoot the ball, who you want shooting the basketball. D'Angelo Russell, you want him shooting the basketball. So you play drop coverage on him. You don't play drop coverage on Jamal Murray. You do not. You can't. So I need you to fight around screens. I can't have you dying on ghost screens. And I can't have you switching ones and fives. And when we got into the meat and potatoes of the game last night, to your point, you and I actually watched Denver before. When you get that 2-man game with both Joker and Murray, Damian Lillard is switching onto Joker, and Joker is at the free throw line, and Dame is screaming at Giannis to get over here, to get on him. When Giannis comes over here, KCP is wide open in the corner. The ball gets skipped to KCP, and he knocks down the three. That's a defensive. He's a defensive liability, and that's going to go on. That's going to go on for the majority of the playoffs when you had not Doc Rivers, because you got teams that are going to exploit that. Not only can Dame Lillard.
Doug, based off what Chill is saying, do you believe that now that Dame is a fraud then and is getting exposed?
Oh my God.
No, because hold on, Doug, because what Chilltown just said, what Chilltown just said, That's what I was telling you about if he went to Miami. But you told me, you was like, nah, Eastbrook can hide him and put him in schemes.
If he
See what
was
I'm
on my,
saying?
if
Hold
he
on,
was
listen.
on,
Hold on, wait,
come
Doug.
on,
Wait,
you
Doug.
asked me to answer
I
the
know I'm
question.
putting
I'm
you
about to
against Doug.
answer it.
I know I'm putting you against your boy, but hold on. I'm putting you against him, dead against him right now. So your boy said, Doug, that there ain't nothing, and the rock means nothing that can help Dame get better. So does that mean he's a fraud, Doug?
He's talking about defense.
Right. That's what I'm telling you about Miami.
Let me finish. Miami has way better pieces to be able to hide and shield Dame or protect Dame.
He said they can't do nothing.
Let me finish, sir. So we have way more pieces. We're able to have guys like Tyler Hero being there. And my whole thing is being invested is a big part of that too. And Showtime was talking about that as well. Being invested is a big part of that. Miami, him being on that Miami Heat crew, a place where he actually wanted to be, around a guy, Jimmy Butler, who he actually wanted to play with, playing under Eric Spoelstra, a guy that he probably actually wanted to be coached by. That goes a long way of me putting more effort. If we're able to have guys like Duncan Robinson and Tyler Hero out there, there's no reason to think that a Damian Lillard can't be out there, and the defense isn't going to take that bad of a hit.
But Chilltown said there's nothing that can help this man defensively.
And we disagree. I'm saying him being invested into the Miami Heat and the Miami Heat culture is something that you will see a better effort out of him because that's just what we do.
But hold on.
And he wanted to be there.
But Chilltown, why do you disagree with Dub just said?
Oh, because
this man trying to make us fight each other. What is wrong? What an instigator!
Oh, yeah,
wow.
That's what I do.
First and foremost, Dub, you love the toxicity, so knock it off. Let's not act like you don't love it because you love the toxicity anyway. But this is something that's been going on for years with Damian Lillard. This is not new. This is a personnel issue. This is who he is. This is what happens. At some point, you have to accept the matchup. Now, don't get me wrong. Dudes cook, right? Jamal Murray. The better point guards, the Aaron Fox, Luka, guys cook. But when you are constantly getting hunted by the defense, which is what they did last night with Damian Lillard, because they know that he's going to switch, and when he switches, that throws their defense off. Especially when you're getting switched on with a 1 and a 5. I'm watching Jamal Murray come off of that screen at the top of the key, and Brook Lopez is now chasing. He's not chasing Jamal Murray. But he's switching on to Jamal Murray, and now he has him in the deep water. When he has him in the deep water, Damian Lillard doesn't double. Damian Lillard's still stuck on Joker, or he's stuck on Aaron Gordon. A good coach is going to exploit that, where he's going to dive that big man right to the block. How many times I saw Jamal Murray hit shots and Damian Lillard drop his head? Why? Because he's not engaged defensively. You can chase guys off screens. You could very well do that. You can make it tough on guys, even though Jamal Murray is one of the best tough shot makers in the game. You can make it tough on them, but what you can't do is you can't leave guys in the mid-range to just knock down open shots. You can't leave your 5-man switched on to Jamal Murray, and that's just the end of it. That's going to be the difference between them winning and losing. Teams like Boston, teams like Philly, they're going to exploit that, and they're going to open up Damian Lillard for who he really is.
You guys do know this was a close game, right?
It was.
Like we're doing a whole lot of nitpicking, but you guys do know, like, this game could have.
Bro, this is the difference between winning and losing, though. You talking about nitpicking? That's the difference between winning and losing.
Here's my thing with the whole Damian Lillard thing. Dame honestly really didn't play that good offensively down the stretch. I think he could have did more. The defensive part, okay, we just got to live with the defensive part. But we act like guys don't get hunted on every single team. I can go down every roster, and it's a guy that dudes are picking on. But the thing about it is, like, we know Dame's going to be hunted on defense. You have to hunt somebody. Thing about it is, they have 4 other above-average defenders on the floor for the majority of the game.
You talking about Miami, or you talking about Bucks?
No, I'm talking about the Bucks. Above-average
you're tripping. I was going to say that for Miami, not for the Bucks. The reason why will work. The reason
Malik Beasley's a bad defender. That's why
the reason why we'll work on Miami, because our rotation is better, even our help and our ability to help and shoot guys like Duncan Robinson, Tyler Hero, is just far better than what the Bucks can provide. Which is why we see such a worse outcome on the Bucks.
Malik Beasley was a great defender with Larson Pippen.
I said now. I guess.
He D'd her up from LA to Chicago all the way to Minnesota. So
Actually,
that
he
defense
was
was on
D'ing her
point.
down. Actually, he wasn't D'ing her up ticket. He was D'ing her down.
Yeah, that was
That's
great
crazy.
defense right there. I
That's
don't
what he
know
was
what
doing.
Mar's talking about. He a bad defender.
But to your point, Ron, you are exactly right. Guys get hunted. I watched Steph Curry in that Dallas series in the Western Conference Finals get hunted. You know what he did? He fought over screens. You know what he did? He gave effort defensively. You know what he did? He rebounded the basketball. He stuck his nose in there. He did the necessary things in order for us to win. Dame doesn't do that. That's the difference between winning NBA championship.
Not tough enough? Dame's not hard enough?
Yes.
Huh.
Yes.
And then I gotta agree with Chilltown on one thing. If your defense is that bad, your offense got to be so great that make up for it. Like Luka, we rarely talk about Luka as much as we should defensively because his offense is so great. It overshadows some of the things, a lot of his flaws defensively. So with Dame, if you're gonna be that bad defensively, bro, you gotta be out here dropping 30 offensively, bro. You can't be bad, like Chill said, defensively.
I do agree with that point.
And then be giving you 18 points on 38% from the field against a premier point guard. Nah, man. Sorry, man. That's
in terms of shooting the ball has been bad, but his offensive value is felt on the court. But go ahead, Mars.
I feel like everyone who knew Dame was a bad defender. Like, if we already knew what he was coming from Portland, Ticket said it. I've been preaching the fact that he can't play defense. Why would we then be mad at Dame now for still not playing defense when the Bucks knew what they were getting themselves into? We all knew what they were getting themselves into. Dame doesn't play defense. So if we know he doesn't play defense, why would we then not
because of guys like Dub, March? Because of, you gotta finish because of guys like Dub.
You don't even know where I'm going.
Oh, okay. We'll stick it up in there.
Okay. If we know that Dame doesn't play defense, why would we then not blame the roster construction? It's like let's say we have Giannis, for example. We know Giannis can't shoot. So what does the team do? Put a bunch of non-shooters around Giannis. Do we then just say it's Giannis' fault he can't shoot? Or do we say they built a team poorly around him? If we know Dame don't play defense and you have Dame, Giannis, Brook Lopez, what do? You get two perimeter defenders to fill those other two spots. Chris Middleton used to play defense and he's regressed a bit because of the injuries, whatever. And then you get Malik Beasley, who sure plays defense on Lost Pippen, but on the basketball court doesn't play defense. So that's bad roster construction. That's where the Bucks messed up. We knew Dame didn't play defense. So for us to expect him to play defense now in year 12? Now, when he's never played defense a day before in his life, we should be asking, why did the Bucks not go get a competent perimeter defender next to Damian Lillard? Because if they did, then Damian Lillard wouldn't have to be a primary on-ball defender. Then you could have someone who could fight through screens, who could implement the defensive schemes, and you could have Damian Lillard hide on a worse offensive player. That's what the Warriors did with Steph Curry when you had Klay Thompson, then you had Iguodala, then you had Andrew Wiggins. You had guys who could do what Steph Curry couldn't do, and Dame could just be fine off the ball. And then if they do try to bring him in the action, guess what? You just pre-switch with someone else. That's what the Warriors did religiously against Houston when James Harden was hunting Steph Curry. We pre-switch with Draymond Green. We pre-switch with Iguodala. We pre-switch with KD. We pre-switch with Klay Thompson. We're not letting Steph Curry get hunted. But you can't do that on the Bucks because they have no other perimeter defenders. Giannis isn't great on the perimeter. Brook Lopez obviously can't guard on the perimeter. That's why he plays drop coverage. Malik Beasley hasn't played defense in the NBA in like 4 years. So what are they meant to do with Damian Lillard? He's going to obviously look worse when the roster around him is terrible. I don't get why we're blaming Damian Lillard for what we already knew he was.
Well,
he came into this team for offense. Now, if you want to criticize his offense, I'm fine. But criticizing him for not playing defense when we all knew he wasn't going to play defense.
We're on Damian Lillard because, remember, Mars, I was in here saying that it was Dame Lillard's fault those teams in Portland lost. And guys like Dub and these guys came and said no. It was because Dame didn't have a championship level roster around him. Dame literally has a championship level roster around him now. And he looks like boo-boo. So that's why he didn't get no excuses, because all those years that they gave him excuses, Chilltown included, saying he ain't had no championship roster. And I'm the only one who said, bro, it's him. He's the reason.
You're criticizing.
No, I'm fine with criticizing his offense. I have no. If you want to say Dame should be making shots he normally makes, he should be hitting his pull-up threes at a higher clip. His catch and shoot threes should be going in much better than they are if you consider him the second best shooter in the league, like a lot of people do. He's been hitting like 36% of his catch and shoot threes this year. That's not good for a guy of Damian Lillard's caliber. If you want to say he should be better finishing around the rim, he's been getting blocked way too much on his drives. His mid-range game still seems to not exist. Fine, I'm fine with all of those things. But criticizing his defense when we all knew he didn't play defense,
No. I'm not. Well, that's
wait a
your boy.
minute.
That's your boy Grilltown. I'm just saying. He's
hell
at a
yes,
championship
hell yes,
roster.
me. And okay, number one ticket. I didn't say anything about his roster. I just said
You did. When me and you was cooking, you said he had no championship roster.
No, what I said was I never felt like Curry was better, and Curry outplayed him.
No. You said, bro.
That's what I said.
Chilltown.
That's
You going
that's
straight
number
to
one.
hit, boy. The
Number
devil's
two.
waiting on you.
Number two, Mars, to your point, okay, sure, we do know that he doesn't play defense. So, like I said in the beginning of this, we're talking about a personnel issue. And losing Grayson Allen, who actually gave effort on defense, was huge for them. Okay, sure, losing Drew Holiday that was the catalyst. But to lose Grayson Allen, a guy who actually gave effort on defense and who would actually try to play some defense, that was even bigger. Because Malik Beasley, for all intents and purposes, is a long ball shooter. That's all he's ever been. He was that in Minnesota. He was that when he was with the Lakers. He's that in Milwaukee. Now to say that we shouldn't to be critical of his defense, that's the difference in them winning. And the fact that he's now on a Milwaukee team that does play defense, that did play defense, it's actually getting amplified that he doesn't play defense even more. So it's not like, well, we shouldn't be blaming him. Well, because we already knew. That doesn't make it that not so, because it's still so. And it's going to be the difference between them winning and losing. It is a personnel issue, and that's the biggest problem.
Yeah, but you build around the superstars, not the other way around. You don't put role players and then make the superstars fit to the role players. You get superstars, Giannis and Dame, and you make the role players fit their strengths and weaknesses. So Giannis needs floor spacing. You get him Damian Lillard, Chris Middleton, Malik Beasley, Brook Lopez, a stretch five. Dame needs defense. You got him no defense. You didn't because you went and acquired Dame on a whim because you felt like you needed to try and build a championship roster. You haven't built around Dame's weaknesses, so now his weaknesses get amplified. If the Warriors built around Steph Curry and then didn't have a Draymond Green and Klay Thompson, people will call him a defensive liability. Because when Mark Jackson had Steph Curry guarding on ball, he was a defensive liability. In 2013 and 2014, before Steve Kerr came in and said, hey, Klay Thompson, take these matchups, Steph Curry was a defensive liability. Even in 2015, when Steph was still having to guard on ball, he was a defensive liability. Then it changed all of a sudden. Oh, yeah, Steph Curry does the little things. He guards off ball. He plays passing lanes. I'm not saying Dame could be as good as Steph Curry in defense, but I think his awareness is terrible. But we understand that when you build around a superstar and you hide their weaknesses, that's what a front office is meant to do. They don't look as bad. The Bucks have not done that with Damian Lillard. And that's what happens when you acquire a superstar talent about a week before the season. That's the problem. They haven't managed to build around Damian Lillard's weaknesses. So he just gets amplified and put in the spotlight because he's being asked to do things defensively he should never be asked to do on a championship level team. And that's why I have a hard time thinking this team's a championship level team. Now they have the talent, but if the team is this poorly constructed, I have a hard time thinking they can win. A very hard time.
Fellas, we do have to move on, but the Bucks obviously will be in the sweepstakes for a trade target, which we will talk about tomorrow. We'll break down the top 15 trade targets. We'll give them grades. We'll give them good locations that they should go to, what teams should be looking for, and what teams just need to just chill for the trade deadline. We'll get into that tomorrow. Right now is a good time to let you guys know it is going up on playback right now. We actually did watch that Nuggets and Bucks game last night. It was a good game. Mars and Jalen cooked on the Rockets and Lakers game, which we'll talk about in a little bit. You see that top right corner. You see that smile up there. A couple good things happened during that game. Bad for other people, but good for Mars and the Rockets. If you haven't liked the video yet, right now is about the time to do it. We are only at 170 likes. Can y'all get us up to 1,000 likes for maybe once this year? Thanks. Appreciate that. I have super chats that I'm going to get into. Open gym today. It's something that's different that's happening, right, guys?
Very different. Yes, very different.
We're going to get down to the facts. My bad. I forgot. Yeah, we're going to get down to the facts. We're going to be on playback right after open gym. And I guess whatever we talk about of that day or just anything that we want, we're going to look back on some of these past games and really get down to, the facts.
And
maybe
where's
watch
this
some Magic Johnson on Playback TV, man.
On Playback TV. So you guys will be able to catch these guys on Open Gym, regularly scheduled programming.
Dog,
and then right after that.
To disrespect Magic Johnson now, dog, You ought to be
Here we
ashamed
go.
of yourself, man.
Here we
All
go.
I
You
said
just
was
play back.
watch
You just
Magic
play back.
Johnson.
Here we go.
That's literally all I said. I did not say disrespect.
You're
I did not
disgusting,
say
bro.
any
You're
of that.
disgusting, bro.
All I
And
said
Mars, you
was
rolling with him,
watch
Mars?
You know
Magic
what you're
Rolling
doing.
with him?
That's
You
not what I'm saying.
Don't try to
I
act
didn't
like
say
that's
even
what
say
you're
anything.
doing.
I
That's what you're doing,
Hey,
dog.
Ron, y'all
I
just
said-
gave these playback to disrespect Magic Johnson.
That's exactly
Y'all
what you're doing,
sad,
dog.
man.
Why you doing it then, dog? Why are you doing it then, dog?
Yeah,
Literally, stop. What do
he
you
ain't trying to point
mean?
out Magic's highlights.
Right. Why are you doing it
We
then,
gotta
dog?
watch games. That's what you want the young. You want the young people
Bullshit.
to be
Nonsense.
educated on the game, to watch these games. So why is it when the young people are doing it, it's disrespect?
We
Can
don't
we
want them to
please
be
don't hit
educated
that
by
on?
you.
Not
We don't
you,
want them to be
though.
educated.
Not you.
We don't want them to be
Me?
educated.
Oh my
Not
God!
you.
I'm
Not
not
you.
They
saying
want to be
nothing.
able to control the narrative. So
No.
they can constantly
No.
speak about
We're
No.
watching
That's
the
not you neither,
game.
Mars. That's not you neither, Mars. We don't want to be able to control the narrative. But what we do want, we want somebody that's subjective. And you know who's not subjective? This dude right here in the middle. That
You're
dude right there is not
You
subjective.
used the wrong
No, he is not.
definition. You're cooking yourself. That's
No,
the
I'm
wrong
not.
definition.
I'm sorry.
Subjective.
I'm
That
sorry.
means
I'm
bias.
sorry. Objective. You know who's not objective? Not subjective. He's very subjective.
That's
This dude
not
right here,
true.
he's not
Everyone's
objective. This
subjective,
dude-
and we're gonna be
This
real.
dude right here is very objective. This dude is very subjective. He is not objective. This dude right here, 100%. I apologize.
All right,
That's what I meant
fellas.
to say.
Before I get into these
Objective,
super chats, I
not
do want to ask one more question. So last night, if you didn't watch the game, Damian Lillard only had 18 points. Didn't really play too well. Didn't shoot well from the field or anything like that. Jamal Murray, on the other hand, had 35 points. Is it safe to say right now that Jamal clears Damian Lillard?
Yes, he been clear Dame. I told you this.
Oh my
Bro, it's a lot of dudes that clear Dame, man. Dame is overrated. I've been told y'all this about Lame Dollar, man. The only reason why I
Bro.
like him because he was staying loyal
Is
to
he
the
Dame
soil.
Diddy, Dame
He
Daddy, or
can't do
Dame
he,
Dummy?
he can't do what he did no more, Ron. In Portland, all he did was come down and jack up a bunch of threes, and everybody said dollar. It gets you but so far. He get 18-point leads and blow every one of them against the Warriors. It's his fault, bro. Bad playmaking, bad point guard play, bad decision making, and a guy like Jamal Murray, who's the greatest player in NBA history by far to never make the All-Star team. And shout out to CJ McCollum, but he's way better than CJ McCollum. It's a shame, bro. Dame is getting exposed, and I knew this would happen when he came here or went to Miami. I knew he was gonna get exposed, bro. And I'm happy he's getting exposed because now everybody can see what I was saying was justified. So yes, Jamal Murray's way better than that bum.
Tickets, are you saying that little wristwatch that he be tapping, it's broke now?
Bro,
That doesn't
Tyrese
make-
Hold on. Tyrese Halliburton get that man 30 and 19.
I mean, but
Did the
Ticket, that's
Dame time and Dame told him be humble. And then the next game he came back and did it again. Come on, bro. Come on, man. Talk to me now.
All right, y'all.
But Jamal Murray played.
That's when I knew Dame time was done. When Dame time told him, yo, you need to watch that. Be respectful with that. Man, this boy, that very next time he played Dame, he hit Dame with
So
another
wait, let me ask you
27,
this.
15 and did it again, man. That dude
Who's
done,
better?
man. Get
Who's
out of here.
better all time, Jamal Murray or Damian Lillard?
All time?
Mhm.
Right now, I'm rolling with Jamal Murray. And the reason why I'm saying that's because it is.
Right now.
You're basing what you call it off stats. I'm basing Jamal Murray off of production and what he does when he's on the court and what he brings to his team. I like Jamal Murray. And listen, without the injuries, Jamal Murray is a multi-time All-Star. Y'all probably already have him as a lock Hall of Famer without the injuries. And he's just an overall better basketball player than Dame. Do you not agree that he's an overall better basketball player?
Not at all. Not even a bit. Not,
So hold
not
on, he's
even
not
a
an
little
overall.
bit.
He's not a smarter point guard.
Not at
he
all.
doesn't run the position better.
No.
He's not a smarter point guard.
No.
He's not a better shot maker.
No.
He's not more
Well,
clutch.
his shot making is
Not-
crazy. I'm
man,
not gonna
come on,
lie.
bro.
His
Y'all
shot,
dudes is sad,
tough,
bro. He got
toughest
better ball
shots.
handling.
He makes
He's
some
a
of the
better ball
toughest shots I've
handler.
ever seen. I'll give him that.
He's
No.
a better ball handler.
No.
He's a better defender.
No.
He's a better tough shot
Yeah,
maker.
he's a better
He's
defender.
a better man. Come on, dog. We gonna cut this stuff out.
You
He's
got
a smarter
a
point
few.
guard.
You know what? This is like when you're throwing darts, and every now and then you get it on the mark.
No,
but
it's
then
not.
everything else is like on the wall.
Once again, everything Dame can do, he can do it more.
No,
He's
that's
a
not
fact.
true.
Well,
That's
okay,
not
what can
true.
Dame do that he can't do?
Ball
What can Dame do
handling
Murray
is
can't
one.
do?
Being the playmaker of your team is one. That's something.
Are you crazy?
He does that on the Milwaukee Bucks better than what Jamal Murray could do on his own
Are
cast
you
too.
serious?
playing next to Jokic and running
Man,
off
this
all
dude's a joke,
actions in
bro.
2-man
This
games.
dude's a joke, man.
The
This dude's a
best
joke, man.
playmakers of
You're
all
a joke,
time.
bro.
Like, what are we
You're a
talking
joke,
about?
man. You're a joke, bro. You're
What
a
are you?
joke, man.
I'm
No,
a joke.
bro,
You're
you're
lying.
getting
He's a better
cooked right
playmaker
now,
than
bro.
Jamal.
You're
Man,
getting
come on,
cooked.
bro.
You're talking
Jamal
about
Murray-
going to hell. You
Chill
going
down.
to hell
Jamal
too.
Murray's
If you
getting
want to talk
triple-doubles in
about
the
lying
finals, bro.
about
What is this
Damian
man talking
Lillard,
about, man?
triple double. Oh my
Bro, you're
God.
disgusting, bro. You're disgusting,
Yo,
Oh
man.
my
Ticket.
God.
It gets funnier, and the jokes continue to come apparently from
You
other
talking
people.
about production
Bro, hold on, Ron.
and
I'm gonna get
stats.
even more
It's the same
disrespectful.
thing.
Ron, I'm gonna get even more disrespectful. I changed my list. He ain't better than Jalen Brunson. Now, how about that? You want me to keep going? He ain't better than SGA. He ain't better than De'Aaron Fox. He ain't better than Dame have fell down all this list, bro. My whole list, he has plummeted down this list. He ain't better than let me
Sounds
think
like
who else in the
Giannis
league.
makes his teammates worse. That's
You know
I'm
what? And let me say this. Let me say this. Let Ben Simmons not get hurt for the rest of the season and play like he did last night.
Hey, yo. Hey,
I'm gonna make
yo.
it Ron.
I'm here for
No,
the Ben
I'm gonna
Simmons
do it
no,
again,
propaganda.
Ron.
I'm here
I'm
for
gonna
the
do it
no,
again, Ron.
here for
I'm
the
gonna do it again,
no,
Ron. I'm gonna do it again.
no.
If Ben Simmons, chill down. If Ben Simmons play like he did last night,
That's
the
the
rest of the
line.
season,
Y'all
I'm gonna
really
do it
letting
again.
this rock? Are y'all
Yeah,
really letting this rock? No.
I'm here for
Y'all
Ben
got to
Simmons.
stop. Y'all let him lie to
Yeah.
the media right now, bro. Talking about Jamal Murray's this and that. Cut it out, Ticket. Dave does almost everything better than him besides defense. And the tough shots making. I'm not gonna lie. Jamal Murray is one of the craziest tough shot makers I've ever seen in my life. Besides that, Damian Lillard literally hasn't beaten almost everything.
What is Murray
Jamal
shooting from the
Murray,
three?
Jamal Murray has been playing next to a guy in Jokic that is an all-time playmaker on his
What
crew
is
where he
Murray
runs an
shooting from the
amazing
three,
two-man
sir?
game.
Jokic, hold on. Jokic is playing next to an all-time guard. So what are you talking about?
What?
Jamal Murray's the all-time.
Yes, hold on. Jamal Murray and Jokic, they both see this is the type of stuff, like this type of shit that Kobe Bryant was going through. This is why Kobe didn't like playing with Shaq. Because you give Jokic all the credit, right? And Jamal Murray's out here. Jamal, hey, Chilltown. Jamal Murray won that game last night. Chilltown, hold on, Chilltown. Jamal Murray won that game last night. I watched Jamal Murray carry series for the Denver Nuggets. I watched him carry them past the Utah Jazz and Donovan Mitchell in the bubble. I've watched him win big games in different playoff series and not get no credit. None, bro. I'm sick of it, bro. I'm sick of it. Last night, Jamal Murray was the reason why they won that game, not Jokic. Jokic shot 30-something%, 40% from the field and was like 10 of 25 from the field. Jamal Murray was the one that was cooking that brought him that win last night. He was the one that was unstoppable, Chilltown. Put some respect on that man's name, man.
You don't think Jokic's presence? You think Jokic's presence means nothing?
I didn't say that. Hold on. Let me say this once
So
again.
if you don't think that Dame next to a Jokic is going to sit here and
son. Let me know, because
be able
Dame
to
ain't as
cook?
smart. Dame is not as smart. Dame is a blockhead. He's not as smart of a playmaker as Jamal Murray. He's not. Dame Lillard has zero brains when it comes to basketball, running a point guard show.
What is
We gotta move on.
Dame thinks running the point guard is coming down, shooting up threes from 30 feet, saying dollar. That's not basketball, man.
That's not true.
Come on, man. You think Dame got the IQ to play with Jokic, man? Get out of here,
Yes.
bro. He don't got the basketball
He's having an
IQ.
IQ. Who runs? Wait, who runs
He
the
don't
Bucks
got the
offense?
IQ to play with Giannis in the Bucks.
Let me ask you that. Who runs the Bucks offense to you? Who runs the Bucks offense?
Giannis.
All right.
He is the Bucks offense.
No, who runs it? I'm
saying it runs through Giannis.
Hey, Ticket, real quick, just a quick question for you, Ticket. So Jamal Murray is in year 7. So I want to rewind the clock. 2018, 2019, that's year 7 for Dame Lillard. Right. Take that Dame Lillard and put him with Joker. How they doing?
What year?
2018, 2019 Dame.
Dame, no, because it's the IQ, Chilltown. If you're up 16 points and you keep coming down jacking up those bad threes, you're going to lose either way. That's the reason why he lost to the Warriors. Go look. Bro, you can hit threes and it'll get you up 18. This dude won't stop. He just keep coming down jacking up those same shots. His IQ is horrible. He has the IQ of a flea on a basketball court as a point guard, bro. I'm not lying to y'all. Look at the game last night, Chilltown. Look at those turnovers he had. He out here trying to thread the needle in a tight game when you trying to win this game. This game could have championship implications all over it because this could be a team you play in the finals. And you have to go on the road and you want to try to make sure you can prove to them that you can win on the road in Denver. What does he do? 3 straight turnovers in the third quarter that caused them to lose this game. That they had the lead. That was lame dollar trying to thread the needle on passes, make passes that ain't there. doing dumb shit, driving to the basket, getting your shot
Jamal
blocked,
Murray
then going out of bounds and turn around and catch the
good
ball out of
screen
bounds,
means
man. What,
nothing.
man, y'all, man.
This
I
is
swear, bro.
insane.
No,
And the
you're
offense-
insane for believing
And
that.
Damian Lillard runs the offense. I hope you know that.
Man, he don't run no damn offense, man.
Damian Lillard is the playmaker and facilitator of that whole entire crew.
That offense gonna run either way.
A big
That offense gonna run, whether he there or not, it's gonna
why
run.
a big reason why that offense is able to perform, despite him playing bad, perform the way that they've been doing, is because of Dame. As much
You're a
as you
liar,
don't wanna
bro.
admit it.
You're a liar, bro.
You could call me a lie. You going to hell just with me. You're
He's
with me
playing
right
horrible
there. We're
basketball
holding
this
hands
year, bro.
there. I
He's
guess we're
not
both
playing
lies
good.
today.
He's not
And
playing good
we're going to
basketball.
go down through that fire
Because
together,
he hit
brother.
1 or 2 game winners and said dollar against the Pistons. That's
No,
why.
he's the main
Take it
ball
and
handler
dub.
of
We
that
gotta
crew.
move
Man,
on.
get out of here, man. You a joke, man. Real talk, bro. You praise the dude. You praise the dude who's a master of winning nothing. But then you'll sit up here and take credit away
Okay,
from Jamal
cool. You
Murray.
love
Let
Dominic
me say this to
Wilkins.
you.
He's a
I'm
master
gonna
of
finish you- I'm
losing
gonna
too,
finish you with
sir.
this, Dub.
He's a
I'm
master
gonna
of
finish you-
losing too.
Dub, I'm going to finish you with this. And guess what? Mars would agree with me.
They both wanted to go to hell. In hell, they will reside. That's where they'll be right now. While I read this next super chat from KG Sand, who actually has smoke for Dub. He said, "Oh, Dub is here. Dub, what happened during that Heat versus Knicks game? You know, the game you claimed that the Heat would beat the Knicks because, quote unquote, we can't beat good teams. Or the Heat just trash. Dub, talk to us about this."
I'm blaming Mars.
Because I said they can't be good teams.
Ever since Mars said it, they've just been beating good teams. And,
Your fault,
you know,
Mars.
I'm not – this is Mars's fault. There's
your
nothing
fault.
– no accountability from me.
Did you see
Mars'
the
fault.
double dribble that they let OG Anunoby get away with?
Yeah.
In
it
the
was-
open floor, literally,
ridiculous.
right in the open floor.
Man,
I'm like,
it's the same
dude,
thing with,
I
it's
was
the same
so
thing with Jokic
confused.
last night. You ain't complaining about that. When they called that foul on Jokic ain't even take no dribble. That man just caught the ball and ran like 10 steps. And the play before that, Giannis dunked on the boy. They fouled Giannis. But yeah, hey,
okay,
Dub, what's
that's
up
fine.
with
Are we
the
going to
Knicks,
talk about how it takes Giannis 15 seconds to shoot a free throw?
Hey, man,
is somebody
hey,
gonna
my
blow the
fault, man, call
whistle?
it violation.
What's happening right now, Mars? What am I watching?
Hey, man, it is what it is, bro.
No, it's not. No, it's not. No, it is not. That is part of your job.
They
The
gotta
guy
call it,
that's
man.
standing at the free throw line.
They
The
gotta
referee
call it,
That's
bro.
the problem. The refs aren't doing
The
their job.
referee said it took Joker last night to get on the refs. It took Joker last night to say something to the refs. The guy standing at the free throw line, that's my job. While he's standing there shooting free throws. 1, 2, silent counting. 3, 4. One of the free throws, I counted 13 seconds. Ref, blow the whistle. You get 10 seconds to shoot free throws. You don't get 12. You don't get 15. You get 10 seconds to shoot free throws. Shoot the ball.
But
or blow the
Mars,
whistle.
hold on. But Mars said something about OG, but they not Mars. You're not talking about with that super chat. The root of the problem with Miami. What is the problem with Miami, Mars?
Their offense is cooked. So that's the problem.
It's cooked. Hold on, Mars.
last
Hold
year,
on,
though.
Mars. So when you say it's cooked, that means that it ain't no coming back from that shit. It's cooked, right?
No, why would no, this is
They
not-
done,
you
hey,
know
hold
what?
on, chill.
No,
They
we're not
done,
doing
Mars. They
it.
done.
No, we're not doing it. No,
Miami done?
Nah, maybe they just have to restart the recipe. And, but right now the offense is bad. Right now,
They done. Mars.
no, they was at the bottom of the league last year in offense. They had the worst offense. They was second.
Yeah, and
No.
then their offense produced in the playoffs. So this year, I mean,
Dub, the
not
boys
this year,
done,
since,
man.
since like the turn of the new year, the offense just hasn't been good.
Yeah.
Hey, Mars.
The
I'm gonna tell you
offense
what's gonna hurt
wasn't
Dub the worst.
the offense wasn't that bad until the new year started.
If
so
they don't
we
make the
just-
playoffs, Dub is.
Yeah, that is going to be bad if we miss the playoffs. I'm not going to lie.
I got y'all missing the playoffs.
Yo, and as of right now, Miami.
How
let
much
me just
money
go
you
ahead
wanna
and
put
it
on
the screen?
What seed they in, Ron?
I'm gonna put it on the screen right now.
How much money you want to put on it?
Ron,
You can jack
where are
on
they
it?
at the power rankings right now?
And we'll get to the power rankings after we address some of these super chats. But right now, Miami is the 7th seed, and they are tied with the Magic right now at 24 and 23.
Hey.
Orlando lost yesterday too.
Yeah,
And who
that's
they play
only
next?
because Jonathan Isaac could only play 8 minutes because minutes restriction. That's the only reason they lost.
Man, Dub, y'all might not make the playoffs, man.
We're going to make the playoffs. I see us beating every other team in the play-in.
I don't know, man. With Ben Simmons playing the way he's
has
playing,
to just
man.
have another bad offensive game and lose to anyone, though.
That is true, but anybody by what did you say earlier? Fuck that. I'm not hearing that. Anybody could lose, Mars.
Rob,
saying we could
that's
win.
what I'm saying. You get
But-
it's in a one game, like one-off game.
But you could sit here and you could, due to how good the team is, you would assume that team's gonna win. So I'm thinking we're gonna.
I don't know. I don't just assume you guys beat Orlando.
We win.
I don't just assume that. Let Jonathan Isaac play 24 minutes. I don't know if you guys win. I don't know.
Hey, Ron, but what do y'all think about Ben Simmons though, bro? Because if you say y'all should beat anybody, I think Brooklyn's a bad matchup for y'all, bro.
Mars, weren't you just saying that Miami could beat Boston?
I think they can. I think they can beat anyone, but I think they can lose to anyone.
That's fair.
That's crazy how you just
That
clean
is
that
fair.
up.
That is odd. That is weird.
People be so quick to try to
Hey,
find
chill
hypocrisy in what I say. Nah.
Hey, chill.
Nah,
You see all these haters
yeah,
quiet when that blockhead of a coach from Brooklyn, he put Cam Thomas back in the starting lineup. We right back to 25, baby. You see what I'm talking about, Chilltown? The hate is real. Ain't nobody gonna talk about that. That blockhead of a coach finally put Cam Thomas back in the starting lineup. Not only do you get a win against a good Utah Jazz team, but Cam Thomas got 25. Yeah, 25 and 7 in 30 minutes, Chilltown.
Well, the difference is Ben Simmons orchestrates what they not doing in Milwaukee. That's what Ben Simmons is doing with Brooklyn. That's the difference. That team, I said this to you guys before, that team was built like what Chicago was trying to do with Lonzo Ball. And when he went out the lineup, that threw a monkey wrench and everything. Ben Simmons in Brooklyn, that team was built and it was going to be predicated on defense. And Cam Thomas was going to be their best scorer. But when Ben Simmons went out the lineup, now you asking dudes like Dennis Smith Jr. You asking now you asking Dennis Smith Jr. You asking Spencer Dinwiddie to now be the lead guard and defender, because that's what this team was built on. This team was built on being the defensive team with Ben Simmons, with Bridges, with Nick Claxton. That's what was going to be their mantra. That was going to be their staple. Only except when Ben Simmons went out the lineup, now we got to get other dudes, because we don't defend like that. Now we got to get other dudes to score more, which would explain why Mikal Bridges is now trying to score more. He's going to be a better defender with Ben Simmons in the lineup because, one, he can play off the ball. Two, he can also play on the ball, and he don't have to score that much because their defense is going to create a lot of offense for them.
Are we seriously bigging up this game against the Utah Jazz where they play no defense?
I'm praising Ben Simmons, the redemption up, kid.
No, Ben Simmons almost had a triple-double yesterday in only 18 minutes.
I don't care. Oh, my God.
Why
is it that every time when he goes on a good stretch, oh yeah, Ben Simmons is going to be this, Ben Simmons is going to be that. He's showing you, giving you more than enough evidence to show you that he's not going to be that. So stop.
Wait,
I'm tired of hearing
I feel
this.
that way about
Nah,
Dame.
bro, I'm not hearing this,
I
man.
feel that way about Dame, but you don't.
Wait. What are we talking about in terms of what Ben Simmons is going to be? I don't think Brooklyn is winning the championship. No, but I do think that they're better defensively, which now makes them a better team because that's what their team was predicated on. That's all I'm saying. I ain't
And
saying
Utah been a good team this year.
My point is,
they handle Utah.
My point is, it doesn't matter what Ben Simmons. I'm not going to believe in him or whatever crew that he's going to be on. I don't think they're going to be good. They're going to be poverty because at the end of the day, that's what Ben Simmons is. He's a weak-minded individual. I'm not going to let a Utah Jazz game. Stop it, Ticket. Oh my God.
No, I'm serious.
Damian Lillard,
I'm serious about that.
Ben Simmons could never do what Damian Lillard has done in his career, bro. Cut it out.
Fellas,
Cut it out.
We're not going to get into the Damian Lillard, Ben Simmons comparisons, only because Pimp named Slickback sent through a super chat. He said, chill, I disagree with you on the Nets defense. Claxton is the heart of the defense. Ben Simmons is the heart of the offense. Ben's playmaking is what they miss. Dennis Smith Jr. is one of the best point of attack defenders.
They saved his career, Chilltown. Dennis Smith Jr.
Yeah, absolutely, 100% they did. But Dennis Smith Jr. is not the defender that Ben Simmons is when Ben Simmons is healthy. That's just not true. And when Ben Simmons is healthy, he slows down many offenses just as a quote unquote point of attack defender. That's why he was there.
Would you trade for him, Chill? If you're the Bucks, would you take a chance to trade for him? I ain't saying trade Dame, but would you trade?
How do you praise Ben Simmons?
No, I'm saying no. Hold on, Dub. Listen to what I'm saying though.
He's not what they need.
If you're a team that lacks
like 40 million,
Mars says that though. Mars says that you could use like Ben Simmons, his defense. You don't think his defense could help a team like the Bucks with all those shooters they got?
Not more than Herb Jones, not more than Caruso, not more than Thibault, not more than guys like that. That's who I'm calling up if I'm Milwaukee.
Ben Simmons and Giannis wouldn't be good together.
I'm calling all of these teams. I'm calling up Portland. I'm asking for Thibault.
If you took Brook Lopez out.
If you took Brook Lopez out off the floor, How are we using them? Are we speeding up the game? Is that what we're doing?
Well, defensively, you get a lot more versatility.
That
You
is
have
true.
Giannis
That-
at the five
yeah,
and
I can
Ben
get with
Simmons
that.
at four. Ben Simmons is comfortable in the dunker spot. So is Giannis. Ben Simmons is extremely comfortable at the short roll. We know Dame's going to get trapped in pick and rolls. So you got Ben Simmons and Giannis. You can both play make out the short roll. Giannis in the dunker spot, easy lobs, easy finishes. Same thing with Ben Simmons. Ben Simmons also sets good screens off the ball. So if you want to set a back screen for Malik Beasley to come off, Ben Simmons is still technically providing spacing in that regard, because you can't just have Ben Simmons defender in the paint, allow shooters to come off wide open pin downs. So technically he's still spacing the floor off the ball. You now have two guys who can screen, who can roll, who can finish, who can pass.
Mhm.
The issue is going to be if the game slows down, maybe you want to take Ben Simmons off the floor, but you want to have versatility. If you have a guy in Ben Simmons who can give you that many options, I think it makes sense. But he just makes too much money, so I don't.
I would do this, Mars. I'm being real. I would trade Dame Lillard for DeJounte Murray.
Who's going to say for Ben Simmons? I was about to say you lost your mind. Okay.
I would trade Ben Simmons. I mean, I would trade Dame Lillard for DeJounte Murray. I think DeJounte Murray will bring more to the Bucks than Dame.
Oh my God!
I'm serious. I think his defensive versatility.
God!
Hold on, Ron.
You're right.
I'm not capping, bro.
Can you handle it, dog?
I'm not capping.
Why would Atlanta
never do this?
Yeah, why would
So
Atlanta?
it's no point in us even going down this
What you mean? Hold on. What you mean, Ron?
Ticket. They're not putting Damian
Atlanta
Lillard
want Trey Young and
No,
Dame.
I'm saying if I'm Atlanta, I get rid of both of them.
And build a Dame.
If I'm Atlanta, I'm not just getting rid of just one. I'm blowing that whole thing up if I'm Atlanta.
So
But
Dame gonna go back
if
to
I
a
can get
rebuilding
Dame back and just have him be a superstar for me to carry me through to the next, I can get him off, and then I go make a big deal for Trey Young.
So put Dame in Portland's of the East.
No, yes, he needs to be so important to pull under the East.
The
Dame
thing
needs
he
to be on
didn't
one of the
wanna
worst
be in.
teams. If it was me, I'd send his ass to the Pistons. I wouldn't even lie to you. I mean, bro, that
this
dude,
is
like I said, bro, I don't respect y'all.
You're
Respect
hating
these dudes,
no
bro.
bounds.
Y'all, hold on, Dub. You guys respect dudes like that, bro. I don't respect no dude that ain't really trying to compete, bro. Don't cry your whole career about not having a championship team. You get one, and then you ain't willing to sacrifice, like Chill say, and do things you need to do defensively and all these other things to win a championship, bro. I don't want to hear that, bro. When you beg to get this your whole life, and then you get it, you got to step up and handle your business, bro, when you get in that position. If not, sit down and shut up.
You respect Ben
No,
Simmons. Ben Simmons refused to enter the Sixers practice facility.
No, I'm with you on that. Come on. I didn't say
That
I
was
like
different,
Ben
Mars.
Simmons.
That wasn't the
I
same
said
thing,
that
Mars.
if Dame keep playing bad,
No.
I'm messing around. I was just
That
trolling when I
wasn't the
said that.
same thing. But that wasn't the same
No
thing.
way.
No, he was trolling.
No way.
Yeah, I was
You
pulling
gotta
him.
gotta
I pulled him
move
on,
on.
Ron. I pulled him
So
on.
we,
I
we
pulled
have
him on.
we have to move on. I got a ton of super chats I got to get to. And also Pirate has entered the conversation from whatever Voyager he's on out at sea. He said, no accountability. F Ben Simmons, apologize for hyping the Heat to the people. I think this is
Hold on, Pirate. Hold on, Ron. Pirate, you need to shut your mouth with Draymond Green running around the organization you got. You don't need to say nothing. Y'all got the worst dude in the history of professional sports on y'all team, bro. So I know you ain't talking about unprofessionalism, bro. Clean up y'all own house first.
Draymond just bringing that 90s mentality. That's what he doing.
What 90s mentality you talking about?
Just abuse people.
Hey, Ron, did you see Draymond the other night against AD? This dude can't control himself. Chill. Bro, chill. The dude fouled AD, almost knocked AD's nose off.
Hit him right in the face.
Then Chill said, listen, that's not even the point I'm talking about. Look what happened. Did you see what he did after that?
Like, yeah, go look at it. Bitch ass.
Vanderbilt comes across like, yo, he wants the ref to get a review. Draymond goes crazy, calls him a B and all this other stuff and just loses his mind. I said, yo, this bro, counseling ain't gonna help this dude, bro.
It's gonna happen again. I'm just letting y'all know. It's gonna happen again.
That's not 90s, man. That's not Charles Oakley.
He's not gonna Mars. He's not gonna survive his career, Mars. He's not gonna survive his career, Ron. Draymond Green is not gonna survive.
It is though, Mars. Right? You're right. That's Charles Oakley. That's Rick Mahorn.
That's what apparently you guys love. So why be hating on Draymond?
Nah, they wasn't.
Draymond just trying to bring that to the.
Nah, they preyed on dudes. They preyed on dudes that wanted smoke. Draymond Green prey on dudes who don't want smoke.
That's the problem. The era doesn't want smoke. So Draymond is a bull in an era with a bunch of little kitty cats, but he can't. He's still a bull. Is he meant to be a kitty cat for the rest of the era? No. He's who he is. He's just in the wrong era, man.
I don't think he'd be the same way. I don't think he'd be that way in a different era,
man. He's different.
I don't think he'd be that way in a different era. But Pirate, you need to mind your own business. You clean up your house,
just
dog.
in the wrong time, man.
You want
Howard also wanted me to tell you guys that he said before the season that the Heat are mid. In December, he said the Heat were mid. In November, he said the Heat were mid. In January, he tried to tell you guys the Heat were mid, and you guys aren't listening to him until now. So he wanted to just say, I told you guys so. Also, if you haven't been to www.playerschoicemerch.com, go ahead and click the link. And go cop something. At the top of the chat, also too, right here, right there, you can go to playback.tv, go to Players Choices, link, and join the watch parties that will be happening later today. What we got going on today? Today, we have the Indiana Pacers and Boston Celtics with none other than Chilltown Hoops. Go watch that game. It's going to obviously be a good game. Those teams have had some good matchups
Chill,
so
did the
far.
Celtics lose last night?
Oh, isn't Tyrese Halliburton back tonight?
No, they won.
Yeah.
They beat New Orleans last night.
Oh, they came back? I know. Oh,
Yeah.
last time I looked, they was getting the hell beat out of them.
I think Tyrese Halliburton's back tonight. So
Yes, he is. He is.
Yeah,
Holly's
put a
back?
parlay in for
I think so.
Yeah.
Yeah, your
Jason
worst
Tatum
nightmare
turned the ball
ticket.
Jason Tatum turned the ball over last night 7 times. Wow.
It's gonna be a high scoring game. I think
Jason
that's gonna be
Tatum
one
did
of
what
the
Jason
games.
Tatum does. I guess that's a surprise.
Yeah, Chill, I don't know. You got to come off that train, bro. That's just who he is.
They
What you
won
say?
last night against the top 5 team in the West. What are you talking about?
Bro, he shouldn't be playing that bad, bro. KP really is the best player in the
Playing bad. I mean, he saved them last night. What do you have? 15 in the fourth?
It don't
He
matter.
saved them
man.
last night. They lose last night without his production.
Yeah, I'm not a fan of giving people praise for getting themselves out of holes they dug themselves.
That is true.
Okay.
I've been consistent on that. That's not just.
Well, let me rephrase that. He did what he was supposed to do. How about
That man Dub look like a 17-year-old French Montana, man. Come on, bro.
Yo, with that being said, I got
People
more
used, to
super
call
chats.
me, people used to call me French. That's the funny part.
Montana. Go ahead, Ron.
Yo, Henry. I don't know if this is dirt or not, but we know his name's Henry. And he sent through a super chat. He said, "Bing bong. I'm glad Mars and Dub are here. How about them Knicks? Y'all haters are witnessing a superstar in Jalen Brunson. At worst, we are going to the conference finals. We hanging Barnes soon."
Man, but I got
Banners.
suspended and the show got banned for 3 weeks for standing on business. See, I told y'all this. I was right, man. Jalen Brunson, hey, look, he might be top 15 or top 16, but the cream always rise to the top, baby.
So you think that's 50? So you think there's 15 other point guards who can be the best player on the championship team?
Oh no, I put him over Dame right now. So he
14. You think there's 14 other point guards who can be the best player on the championship team?
No, I'm saying it depends on the. No. I didn't say that. Y'all asked me who I thought in that. It was
Okay,
like,
so let's just say the situation ticket. Okay, the situation is.
No, I don't think too many guys can do what he's doing.
Okay, so you
I
walking
think
back.
they're guys. Hold on, I think they're guys.
But he's just worse.
I think that I'm saying I think they're like when we rank players based on certain criteria.
Right.
But I think that Jalen Brunson is a special player because I think he has the capability, sort of like what AI had. You know what I'm saying? Like you might not rank AI over certain players, but I don't think that a lot of players can do what AI did with a certain team.
Was there 10 player? Was there 10 guards in the league? Was there 10 guards in the league better that could do what Allen Iverson did when he was there?
No. I'm not saying no. You missed what I'm saying. I agree with you on that. I look at it a little different. Like I don't think everybody can do what he does. I don't think everybody can do what Luka does with the Mavs. You know what I'm saying? At times that we see him. I'm just saying that I do think that I rank some guards better than him just off their all around game. But I think that he has
like who?
No, for example, right now I would rank SGA over
Jalen
Brunson.
sure.
But SGA is one of the only other guys I think that could do what Brunson is doing in New York. I only think it's 2 other guys that could do that. I think it's Brunson and it's Luka Doncic. Those are the 2 guys at the guard spot. I think that can do that, right? So that I'm talking about what Jalen Brunson's doing in New York right now with that team.
So if you took Jalen Brunson off the New York Knicks and you put SGA on there, if you put Luka on there, they still be rolling.
Those 2 guys
like
could do that. Those 2 guys could do what he's doing.
If you took Jalen Brunson off that crew, you put De'Aaron Fox on that crew, they can't do that.
No. If I put Fox on the crew, they can't do it. If I put Dame on the crew, they can't do it. Keep going. No, I'm saying if I put Trey Young on that crew, they couldn't do it.
How about Jamal Murray?
Jamal Murray, no, because he's not healthy enough. No, I can't. He's not reliable enough as far as his health. Kyrie couldn't do it.
Mm-hmm. Drew
it's
Holiday.
It's a lot of guards in the league. Chill time. I just don't.
Darius Garland. So with that
Darius Garland couldn't do it.
So you can't name 15. So you can't name that many guys on the crew on the Knicks. But overall, you think that there's 15 guards better than him. But in New York, you switch these guys out. You can't name two, or you can't name 3 other guards that could walk into that situation.
Right. He's just better. Like, for example, let me give you an example, right? I thought Kobe was better than AI, right? But that year AI did, I don't think Kobe could have did that year with that team.
In Philadelphia.
I love Kobe. That's my favorite player all the time.
Right.
I don't think that year, if you put Kobe in Philly, he could take them all the way to the NBA Finals.
You didn't think that, but even
that year, I don't think he could.
Right.
Yeah, I mean, if the refs
with that second best player being what they had, I don't think he could do it. Because AI had no scores on that team. He had basically had guys who played defense. See, and again, he did go through. You know what I'm saying? You had to go through Ray Allen, Sam Cassell, Glenn Big Dog Robinson, all those guys.
Right.
He had to, I mean, listen, bro, to do all that and to get to the finals, bro, that's a lot.
You don't see him dropping 30 on 35%?
No, but it's different because I just think that AI, bro, his gravity is different, man. On that team.
If Tyrese Halliburton is in New York, are they doing the same thing that they're doing?
No, hell no.
Are you out of your mind?
No, I just think no. I think that Jalen Brunson, I think that it takes a certain type of guy to do that, like do what he's doing. I think Luka can do it, and I think SGA can do it.
SGA takes a certain type of guy to do it. Hallie's doing it too.
Hold on. SGA showing me he can do it. The man damn near has a #1 seed in the Western Conference with a team that has equal or lesser, maybe equal talent overall compared to the Knicks.
And he
has young guys. He has sophomores, and young guys on the team. And then he has a dude that was a G League guy and Lou Dort and these guys on his squad. The man's #1 team in the West.
What about Tyrese Maxey? If he was in New York, could he do that?
Hell no.
No, not Maxey.
See what I'm saying? I'm just saying, like, Jalen, to me, bro, Jalen Brunson is one of them dudes, Chill Town, that's special, bro. When I watch him chill and I watch what he brings to the table, bro, that dude is the goods, man. And I'm talking about heart of a lion, and he got the sack of of an elephant.
I'm not gonna argue that.
I respect his winning intangibles, bro.
Right.
I respect, and I saw what
he hasn't won
Luka
anything.
was out, huh?
Well, he's a master of nothing. He hasn't won anything.
No, but you're not hearing me though. He hasn't really had a chance on his own. This is his second year on his own.
Well,
so
neither did a lot of others.
He's not on his own, though. Let's stop saying that on his own. He's playing with a 24-10 guy. He's playing with an all-pro, so he's not on his own. Julius
Randle, that's a playoff dropper. So
and they got OG Anunoby there too.
Okay, he's a role player. Oh, he's in between the role players.
They're helping them. That's helping.
So,
I can appreciate the logic about Jalen Brunson being special. I can, but I do think that there's guys in the league that if you interchanged him with these guys, if Tyrese Halliburton was on the Knicks,
don't do that, Chill Town. Don't do that, Chill. Don't do that,
listen,
bro. Don't do that, bro.
Listen. If Tyrese Halliburton, the way he scores, the way he distributes, the way he takes care of the basketball, if he was on that New York Knicks team with a healthy Julius Randle and the way that they play defense, they are rolling.
So why he ain't never do it then, man?
Because he ain't have that. That's why.
What are you talking about? Why is he never doing it? He's doing it right now.
Bro, I don't give a damn.
He is doing it right now.
The man hurt, bro.
He was the finalist in the in-season tournament. What are you talking about?
Man, I don't give a you think you count that? Man, come on, bro.
What you mean? That's what he did.
Come on,
the Knicks got bounced out.
Hey, Ron, you guys are sad, and y'all would do anything to take away credit from Jalen.
No, I won't.
I don't respect that, man.
My only issue with Jalen Brunson was that he doesn't pass that much. But he actually
and you know what? I'm gonna tell you something else, Chill Town. I'm gonna tell you something else, Chill Town. I'm gonna stand on my kahunas right here. You let Jalen Brunson get that team to the NBA Finals. I'm putting him past Luka Doncic, bro. I'm putting him past Luka, man. You get that team to the Finals, bro. I'm putting him past. I don't give a damn what none of y'all say. I count the intangibles, bro. If he get them, if he get them to the NBA Finals, he's passing Luka Doncic right now.
Oh my God!
Jalen Brunson.
If Jalen Brunson gets the Knicks to the Finals, he passes Luka Doncic on my power rankings right now.
Can't we say that? Can't we say that about a bunch of players? Like if
they're not
wait.
Can't
we say that about a bunch of players?
This is the part I don't like about y'all.
If Sacramento, if Sabonis got Sacramento to the NBA Finals,
no. This is the part I don't like about y'all.
How is it?
No, because he's mainly doing it. Hold on. If we're giving up a piece of the pie, he's mainly doing it. So, because look at his performance in the playoffs, Julius Randle's dropping. He still went to the second round. So if he goes to the finals and he's
No,
averaging 30 in the
no,
playoffs,
no. Because what you're trying to say, keep going. I'm sorry.
so what I'm saying to you is, bro, all I'm saying to you is this, man.
Mhm.
Y'all dudes ain't right up. That's why I hate all y'all in this channel. In the comment section, I live rent free in all y'all minds. All y'all gonna do is talk about me all day.
No,
anyway.
keep going.
But
Keep
hold
going.
on. All I'm saying is this: if you get to the if you take your team to the finals,
Right.
but we praise Luka for all of these stats and all of these things he can do as far as, but he can't do that. And Jalen Brunson in year 2 with the Knicks does that as the leader on the team. I have to put him above Luka in my power rankings because he's showing me that it's bigger than stats with him. He's showing me that it's the intangibles, it's the leadership, along with his ability to put up numbers and carry his team.
So if Tyrese Halliburton, his second year on the Pacers or third?
Yes.
His second year on the Pacers, a team that didn't make the playoffs last year, makes it to the NBA Finals.
Right.
Isn't he better than Luka Doncic as well?
Power rankings too, because look at how he's playing though.
So let me ask you this: if Tyrese Halliburton beats Jalen Brunson in the postseason, who's better, Tyrese Halliburton or Jalen Brunson?
Oh, I have Tyrese Halliburton over Jalen Brunson right now.
Okay.
I look at when I talk about power. When I look at power rankings, it ain't just that; it's who you beat too. So who am I beating along the way? Like let me give you an example. I always get on Chilltown because I always.
So when Tyrese is beating the Bucks by himself, when Tyrese is beating Boston Celtics and going crazy this season, you love using regular season games.
But
Tyrese Halliburton has been cooking the contenders.
Hold on, listen what I'm saying to you. When I talk to Chilltown, right, and you know this, Doug, because you'll witness to this as you're a fan. Me and you, we always lamented the fact that Kobe never got a chance to play LeBron in the finals. He was there. If Kobe played LeBron in the finals and beat him both times, he was supposed to be there.
We could have shut all.
We ain't having no conversation. It ain't nothing Chilltown can say because then you went through the man. So here's what I'm saying to you about Jalen Brunson and these guys. If Tyrese Halliburton, the way he's playing, dude leads the league in assists, right, Ron?
Yes.
And he's putting up like 24, 25 a game. Yep. He takes that team to the finals. How am I still over here talking about Luka's better right now?
Is Tim Duncan better than LeBron?
No, I'm asking you a question. I'm saying no. I want you to answer my question. Hold on.
We've seen him in the finals.
Hold on. Answer my question first. Answer my question first. If Tyrese Halliburton, who's leading the league in assists and averaging 25 a game,
you're not hearing
takes a team who didn't make the playoffs due to his injuries, but he goes to the finals, right? And Luka didn't even get there. How can I still be running around here right now in this day saying Luka's better than that guy?
Perfect. Watch this. Tim Duncan, a guy who has beaten LeBron James not once, but twice in the NBA Finals. They've matched up with each other. We've seen that head-to-head matchup. How isn't Tim Duncan over LeBron James?
I have him over LeBron James.
Yeah, I was gonna say, I think he does have Tim Duncan.
You do have him over LeBron?
Yes. I have a lot of people over LeBron James.
Yeah, that's right.
Chilltown,
how about you?
Say that one more time, Doug.
No, Chill ain't got that. Chill got
LeBron James.
James.
Yeah, but see, but
if
here's
Jalen Brunson beats the Bucks, he's over Giannis?
Who?
If Jalen Brunson beats the Bucks.
No. Giannis already led his team win a championship. So that's different. What I'm saying is this, Mars. Luka, he's a great player. Dub always goes on his channel and comes in here and says, oh man, whenever Luka has a big game, what does Dub do, Chilltown? He glazes how great of a playmaker Luka is and how much we don't praise him enough and how much he's an orchestra, all this other stuff, right?
Yep.
But if we see Jalen Brunson actually go out here, do the work and win and get his team to a higher level, how can we then sit up here with a straight face and say, man, Luka's still better than that guy? I can't do that because this dude is out here putting in more work. And then especially Chilltown, if you beat one of those guys along the way. So if he's like, for example, if Brunson and Halliburton are neck and neck, they meet in the series and Brunson balls out and beats this dude and sends him home, my power rankings got to have Jalen Brunson over him. Same reason why I had Jimmy Butler top 5 those years he was going to the finals. I'm like, yo, how can this dude be in the finals or in the conference finals all these years? Y'all ain't got him top 5. He has to be, in my opinion. You can't be. And then Mars, he tried to break me down. Well, he had some good arguments, but you know, like I said, that's how I look at it, bro.
But the thing is, just because. But let's say if Jalen Brunson, right, his balling out and Luka's balling out is different.
How?
If we're I'm about to say it. If Jalen has 30 and 6, we saying that's balling out.
If he wins.
Cool. If Luka has 30 and 6, like he's balling, but it's not the same as like it's not to the same degree as Jalen
Because
Brunson.
because of how his team is constructed.
Because Luka Doncic bar is just higher because he's a better player.
No, that's not true. It's just how his team is constructed. He requires to have the ball more and to make. See, when you have better players around you, you have the ball a little less. Like you know what I'm saying. Other guys, like for example, Julius Randle has the ball a lot. He catches the ball, holds it.
Had the ball.
He creates. No, you're not listening to what I'm saying. You can ask Mars. Mars, no, I'm not lying. Julius Randle has the ball a lot because he's not only scoring, but he's creating for everybody else. Julius Randle be averaging almost 7 assists, 10 rebounds a game. So when you getting 7 to 8 assists, Julius Randle's controlling the ball a lot. See what I'm saying? So when you have a guy who's controlling the ball that much on your team as well, that says something. What I'm saying. So
Jalen Brunson has the ball just as much as Luka does.
I'm saying right. No, I'm saying
especially in the postseason.
Hold on, but Luka has it even more. So what I'm saying is that Luka's stats are going to look better because he has the ball more. See what I'm saying? So
why is it not that he's just a better player?
They're both top three.
Like I said before, and I'll say it
both
again.
Top 3.
Mm-hmm.
Listen, I will pick the Knicks over the Mavs right now in the 7-game series.
Well, the Knicks are probably a better team, but
because of Jalen Brunson.
Fellas, I got super chats that I got to get to, but a couple of them are alluding to this exact topic. Brunson's disciples said, yo, respect the ticket. Ticket standing on business and speaking the truth. Chill, you a hater. That's nasty. Jalen Brunson is that dude. Tyrese Halliburton is overrated. That scrawny dude gonna get exposed in the playoffs.
Listen, I don't think he's overrated. I think that Ron overrates him. Guys like Ron and a few other guys overrate Tyrese Halliburton before he proves something. As far as Chilltown goes, I don't think Chilltown hates on Brunson. I think Chilltown give Brunson his full respect. If you see Brunson do something he didn't think he could do, I think Chilltown to come in here and just give him his whole respect. If Jalen Brunson take that team to the finals, Chilltown ain't no type of dude that's gonna come in here and knock him and take him to the finals.
How could I?
Get that, man?
How could I come in here and slander this dude if he did something like that? My only issue with Jalen Brunson was he don't get off the pill. That's it. That was my only issue with him. He does not get off the pill, even though when he was in college, he was one of the best passers in the country. He come to the league and he doesn't pass. Now all of a sudden, this season, he's become a better passer. He's become a more efficient passer. His volume has gone up. I mean, Julius Randle was leading them in assists at one point, and that was largely due to how their offense worked. And he just wasn't making the right reads. He wouldn't get off the ball. He's actually getting off the ball more. That was my only issue with his game. I don't like guards score. I don't like guards who don't pass. You screw the unit up when you do that, especially when you're trying to win a championship. Guards that don't pass screw up units. I've never been a fan of guards like that. Never.
Bruno Montiero said Ticket loves hearing his self-talk. In what world is Brunson a better basketball player than Luka?
I didn't say that, you clown. See, if you shut your mouth and listen, you would have heard what I said. I said if Luka Doncic was to take his team and win an NBA championship, I would have to rank him above Luka Doncic. That's what I said, sir. So know your role and shut your damn mouth, and maybe you'll hear what the hell I said.
Luka Doncic goes to win a championship is over Luka Doncic. There we go.
Hold on. If Jalen Brunson led his team and
that's what you said.
I'm asking you a question. I'm asking you a question. I'm asking you a question right now, Dub.
You did.
Dub,
you told me to hear you.
I'm asking you
a question right now.
You told me to hear you. I heard you, but you didn't hear yourself.
If Jalen Brunson leads the Knicks to win a championship this year, would you have Luka ranked over him still?
That's not what you said.
I asked you a question.
See,
yes or no? Yes or no,
you should have just stayed quiet.
Jalen Brunson is not going to be over Luka Doncic.
I asked you a question. If Jalen Brunson is the Finals MVP and leads his team to win a championship this year, would you rank him over Luka?
It would depend on how he played, but I would probably say no. If he's only giving me because last season,
that's what I'm talking about, Ron.
If last season, the postseason, Jalen Brunson's balling like in the postseason is 27-5 on like 47 and 32. Like that's his balling. So my standard for Luka Doncic is, bro, I'm expecting Luka to give me probably 30, 31, and 9 in the postseason.
Dub, just
On
so
great
you know,
efficiency.
and just
Why,
so you
wait,
know, Dub,
what? When did Julius Randle stop being the best player on this team? Because me
That's
and Dub were
what-
having to argue the whole of last year and early this
Don't get me
season
started,
that
Mars.
Julius Randle was the best. That
Bullshit.
Jalen Brunson was the best player on this team, and both
I
of you
always said-
still was saying Julius Randle was the best player on the team, and Tiki was
Oh.
saying Julius Randle was the best player on the team.
Oh,
So
y'all
when
was
did
saying
that
that?
change?
Oh, y'all
When did that
cooked.
change?
Oh,
When
y'all
did
are
that happen?
cooked. Yes.
Why is now Jalen Brunson the best player on the team and it's not Julius
I've never.
Randle?
Okay, first of all, Mars, I've always said that, and we're under the impression, right? We under the impression that Jalen Brunson is going to throw this unit on his back and take them to the finals because Julius Randle is going to be garbage again. That's not happening. I can't see that happening. No, absolutely
I'm,
not.
I'm just
Fellas,
curious.
I
'Cause
hold
me
on.
and Dub are having to argue for too long that Julius Randle wasn't better than Jalen Brunson, and both of you guys disagree. You seem to be consistent, and you're still saying Julius Randle. That's fine, but Ticket seems to just switched up on Julius Randle. Why?
Fellas, I gotta squeeze this super chat in right here, right now. Pimp named Slickback said, "What are we arguing? We've seen guys like CP3, Darren Williams, Derrick Rose. These exciting small guys never lead teams to titles. I'm 5'8" Brunson. Brunson is closer to my height than the best player in the NBA. Height matters historically."
No, it doesn't. You can't measure a person's heart. See,
all,
if you
Darren
told
Williams
Isaiah
is
Thomas that,
6'4".
if you told
What are you
Isaiah
talking
Thomas that, you wouldn't know what you're talking about. Because Isaiah Lord Thomas, he wasn't tall. He led the Pistons to 2
Oh
championships,
my
sir.
God, he was on
So-
a crazy. He was on a great crew. Allen
What do you
Iverson
mean?
had the
He made
biggest
the crew
heart.
great.
Allen
He made
Iverson.
the crew great.
Oh my God, the crew.
Isaiah, hold
was
on.
a
You take
stacked
Isaiah off
deck.
the team. What is it? Hold on, chill down. Before I go, what does Isaiah Thomas do? You take him off that squad. What do the Pistons do?
Replace him with who?
No, if you took Isaiah off the team, you ain't replacing nobody. Just take him off the team. What are the Pistons do?
Okay, take Joe Dumars off the team.
No, he just said the Pistons
They're
were
not
great without. He said the
Take
Pistons
Joe
would be great
Dumars
without.
off the team. Take Bill Lambert off the team. Take Vinnie Johnson off the team.
Dennis
So
Rodman.
Mars, they're not winning the NBA championship if you take them off, you take Isaiah off that crew, you put Allen Iverson on that crew. They're not winning the NBA championship with Allen Iverson.
Yeah, I'm fine.
That's
with
not
that.
happening.
I'm fine with that. I mean,
Right,
I'm not sure I agree, but I'm fine with that.
All
But-
right, man. Hey, Mars, I'll live to get you another day. Dub, you sit your ass down somewhere in Grilltown, man. And now I gotta listen to you cap about Jason, whatever the hell his name is, Tatum, for the second half of this show, man.
No, we gonna talk about this Houston and Lakers game when Dominic.
Yes, we
Oh
are.
yeah, Mars.
Even though I didn't even watch it.
Mars.
That's what
Make
we
sure
gonna
you cook
talk
them. Make sure you cook them good for LeBron and AD whining like a little baby because of the physicality of Dillon Brooks. Make sure you get them.
We're gonna talk about some real hoops.
He
right,
was
Ticket.
just hated Dylan Brooks. What?
But when he beats the Lakers, you gotta like him.
He's not a Lakers fan. Like, I swear.
Yo, Damo, what's good with it, player?
Jalen Brunson is not a number one.
Hey, by the way, he passed that.
You're such a hater, man.
Jalen Brunson is not a number one, and it's okay. There's a lot of guys that aren't number ones.
Sorry.
It's absolutely fine. He's a phenomenal player. He's not a number one.
Such a hater, man. Such a hater.
Pass that,
That makes me a
Damo.
hater. That's fine. You know I will chill. But
Thank you, my
hey,
man.
man, listen. Come on. It's not hate. It's just. Let me ask then. How many league guards in the NBA now do y'all think are number ones on a championship contender team?
Probably 2.
You think so?
Drew Holiday is not a number one in Boston. Dame is not a number one in Philly. I'm sorry, in Milwaukee. Maxey is not a number one in Philadelphia. We'll start there. Now, Mike Conley is not the number one in Minnesota. Is Jamal Murray the number one in Denver? No. Who's the lead guard in Oklahoma
Shea?
City?
Are we including Shea? Because I think Shea's a
Yes,
PG.
I think Shea's a PG. I don't subscribe to the belief of him being a shooting guard. Shea's a PG. I will say the ones I think: Shea, Luka, Steph.
So Golden State is not a championship team.
Wait, it's one more.
Let's take them out and chill out with Tyrese
One more.
Halliburton.
No, there's not.
Yes, it
Chill-
is.
Wait, are we talking about guys on teams this year who can win a championship? Or are we talking about guys who are good enough to be the best player in the championship team? Because that's 2 different questions.
Because those two
Okay,
things
so
are not
that
the
is
same
two
thing,
different questions.
Mars.
Let's
Those two things
that
are
is two different questions. Let's say guys right now that are good enough to be number ones, not
Right
currently
now,
constructed.
right,
So
right
now
now,
I
I
would say
can
probably
right
like-
now,
yeah.
right now I can only say 2, mainly because
In
we
terms
haven't
of
seen.
skill,
Like, I mean, they're all very skilled, but we're talking about right now to win a chip. Like the fact that Shea doesn't really have that much postseason experience being a number one guy.
So how can we put
that
him in?
matters. I can't
We
put
haven't-
him as
right?
number
We
one.
can't
I
put
can't
him
put
in.
him there.
No, we haven't
really
even seen him
can't.
do it. We haven't even
Tyrese
seen him
too.
go deep in the postseason. We have not.
Yeah, I can't
Halliburton, we
sit
have
here and
not
put
seen him
faith.
do it.
I can't sit here and put all that faith in the guy that's just never really made a run like that being the guy.
Jamal
There's
Murray.
an elephant
Jamal
in the
Murray.
room.
Jamal Murray was.
I'm talking about a mammoth elephant that's just sitting here in the room, right here in the middle of the screen, and nobody wants to mention him.
We talked about
Like he hasn't been to the NBA Finals before. Yes, on that finals trip, he wasn't the lead guard. He was the best guard.
I'm assuming you're talking about Devin Booker. I was wondering if he was a point guard or
yes,
not.
Mars.
That was the. I thought
I was going to say Donovan Mitchell. I don't know if we're including two guards or not. That's why
I was thinking the lead guard.
He said lead guard. He said
I'm
lead
thinking
guard.
point guard. I'm thinking point
When
guard.
I hear lead guard, I think point guard. That's what
I swear Dom was talking point guard.
If you can say SGA is the lead guard on that team, then Devin Booker is absolutely the lead guard.
No, Shea is actually listed as a point guard.
Yeah, but Devin Booker
is actually the point guard on that team.
He's playing the one this year.
Is he listed as a point
guard? Any
guard?
other time, he wouldn't be a point guard.
I'm assuming he's listed as a point guard.
Yeah, he'll have to be. But any other time, he's
listed as a point guard.
Team, he would not be the point guard. I feel like you can construct a variety of teams and Shea would still be the point guard. Am I bugging?
I think we're going in a way where any guard who has playmaking skills is going to play the one.
And I agree with that too.
And
I mean,
remember,
if Shea was on Minnesota, he would be the two.
The New Year's resolution, Mars, like you talked about trolling, the New Year's resolution I have to have Isaiah Thomas.
I think Mike Thomas come off the bench. I'm sorry.
These dudes are gone, right? So I gotta resign myself to the fact that the league guard is different today. He's not what he was 25 years ago. So I gotta accept guys like Shea being a lead guard. I gotta get with the times. I have to.
Dub, if he goes to Minnesota and you have Shea, AE, and Mike Conley comes off the bench. I don't think you're putting AE at the three. That's not.
No, you're not. No, you're not.
So
I was thinking about replacing. I was thinking about replacing Ant-Man. Basically, replacing Ant-Man and Shea takes his spot.
Devin Booker plays the one on the team.
I guess.
You said what?
I think Devin Booker would be the Timberwolves point guard.
If he replaces Anthony Edwards,
put him on the team. He plays the one. Replace anyone you want.
I think he'll play. I think he'll be the two. I think he'll be the two listed as the two. But I think they would run the offense through him.
I think
that's what they'll do. That's exactly what they'll do. But
they might have them both on the floor, and technically he's the point guard, but Devin Booker's running the offense, in my opinion.
So how do we define?
Wait. There's a difference between Devin Booker running the offense and we running it through him. So
that's why I picked my words very carefully. He's running the offense. That's why
So he's actually running the O, like Jamal Murray is running the O in Denver, like that.
Well, I don't think Jamal Murray runs the offense in Denver, but
I think the offense runs through Joker. I think he's the primary ball handler. I think Jamal Murray is the primary ball handler, but the offense runs through Joker.
Well, I think you can be the primary ball handler and not run the offense. I think Devin Booker would be the primary ball handler and run the offense. Yeah, pretty much. Yeah, I think Devin Booker's both. He runs the offense. The offense runs through him. Both of them.
Now back to what you were talking about, Damo.
Yeah,
if we talking about the lead guard,
let's set parameters for what I'm talking about. Point guards in the NBA with the skill and the talent, or whatever you want to call it, to be the number one on a championship team, on a championship contending team. Not even a championship
this
team.
year.
Let's say in the next 5 years.
That's a lot. That's a lot. Shea,
how many guys we got?
Okay, question part 2. Because this is why these conversations are kind of weird to me. If you put Jalen Brunson on the 04 Pistons, they could still win, and he'd be the lead offensive guy.
The lead offensive guard.
So if you just put an all-time great defense around any elite point guard, could they not win?
Yes, but to have this conversation with the mindset of make the perfect team around each guy. I mean, if that's where your mind goes, that's where your mind goes. Cool. There's no argument for that. I mean, yes, that would be the easy answer. Just put the perfect team around said player and they'll win. The thing is, the NBA ain't that way. Every team, there's a lot more terribly ran franchises and bad front offices than there are great ones going to put the perfect situation around their point guard.
But does that mean you're not capable of being the number one just because the front office is incompetent?
Yes.
Yeah.
I think we have to find
no one puts that context out there in the history of the NBA. Even if there was a player who had the talent, the skill, and could do it, if they were on a team that genuinely did them dirty, in context, you would be like, okay, I mean, their team didn't put them in the best situation, but you weren't that guy. You weren't able to be that guy.
Oh yeah, I think that's stupid. But
We've seen how often, Mars, have we seen guys who are number ones on a team that was incompetent and then moved to another team that was and became a number one? Like with the exception of like James, for example, they were incompetent. James moves to another team. He's the number one. They win the NBA championship. He goes back to that team. They build that unit around him again, and they win the NBA championship. How often have we seen stuff like that?
Kevin Garnett.
Was so now. Now I'm glad you brought that up, Mars, because we had this conversation before about Garnett and Paul Pierce. Was Garnett the number one on that team?
Yes.
I personally think he was.
Does number one mean best offensive player or best player on the team?
I think he was the best player on that team. There's some people. There's some people who think that. There's some people that think Paul Pierce is the best player on that team. I think he was the best player on that team. So I want to get some.
Domo posed the question: does number one mean best offensive player or best player?
I would say best player. Number one is best player. That's how I view it. If it's best offensive player, I will distinctify it as okay. That's number one offensive option or something like that. But typically, if I say number one, you're the best player on the team. Number two, you're the second best player on the team.
Okay.
Type thing.
Yeah. So KG was the best player. KG was on an incompetent franchise. He was the best player on the team. He went to Boston. They actually were competent with the roster construction. He was able to win.
Mm-hmm.
Wilt Chamberlain was by far the number one on his teams. They built around him terribly. They used him wrong. He went to Philadelphia, by far the best player on the team. They go and win. LeBron James, by far the best player on the Cavs. They built around him incorrectly, but they didn't build around him well enough to get over the hump. Maybe he didn't. Maybe he wasn't good enough yet. Fine. He goes to another team. He's the number one best player on the team. Any other examples I can think of? Kareem did it in 71. Like you could argue, like after 71, the Bucks when Oscar Robertson was clearly declining, Bobby Dandridge was worse, and they didn't build around him correctly. And then the Lakers, when he first got there, were bad. Then Kareem was the best player on the championship team in 1980. You could argue him too.
So essentially, until you actually do it, this is the logic on you.
Yeah, but I think that's stupid. I think KG was clearly good enough to be the best player on the championship team. They just built around him wrong. I think saying he's not good enough because they built around him incorrectly is disingenuous, and that's why you get conversations about people they're not this good because they haven't done this when the front office is failing at their job. It's not like KG is the problem. KG wasn't a problem. Now, if you want to say he wasn't a good enough scorer, blah blah blah, fine. But when you have KG being asked to be the point guard and guard 1 through 5, what do you expect him to do? Like, I can't blame KG for that. I can't do that. So I think I'm not going to blame point guards not being able to get it done because the roster construction is bad. Personally.
Fellas, we got to move on because once again, Pip named Slickback is pressing the next button, and he has something to say to you, Mars. He said, Mars, I think for me, the bigger issue is height. Guys that small don't lead their teams to titles as the best player. That's my point. Historically, wings and big men are the best guys. Height matters a lot in this game.
Oh, yeah, I agree with you. You have to, because being small means there's a smaller margin of error. So when I'm talking about the team needs to be built perfectly for small guys, yes. Steph Curry needed a pretty much perfect situation to be able to get it done. Because when you're smaller, the margin of error is smaller. If you're a wing who's versatile, can guard, who can score, who can play make, there's less margin of error because you're not a mismatch in terms of size. So I agree, it's harder to do it, which is why I'd always rather build around a bigger person. But just because there's only been, they say 2 guys, Steph and Isaiah, doesn't mean they're the only 2 who are ever capable of it, is all I'm saying. But I do agree, I would always build around a bigger guy for the most part, always, because there's larger margin of error. You can build worse around a bigger guy than a smaller guy and still get it done. So I agree with that.
So Kobe over Steph.
I have Kobe over Steph.
I remember you had a debate like that a few years ago.
Oh, a lot of my opinions have changed recently and in the last few years. Yeah.
Okay. It's called growth. It's called growth, people. But this is a good time to go ahead and dive into what happened last night in the NBA. And we will get back to the power rankings. But as of right now, let's talk about how the Clippers got cooked last night by the Cavs. Anybody see this?
Paul George was just had an off game. It is what it is. The Clippers are fine. Paul George had an off game. That's it. That's literally it. That's it. Paul George had an off game.
And Jared Allen also just
All-star, right?
Yes, sir.
All-star?
One more time. Say it again, Moss.
Jared Allen?
Yeah, All-star. All-star?
Oh, I'm not sure.
You hate him.
If he makes it, he makes it. I'm not mad at it.
I know Cho put him on the balance.
As you can see, Kawhi had 30 and 8. Donovan Mitchell had 28 and 12 assists. Moving along to the Knicks and the Hornets. The Knicks beat the Hornets 113-92. Jalen Brunson continues to do what he's been doing for the last couple years. Had 32 points, 7 assists. Brandon Miller with 29 and 7. Thoughts on this game?
Didn't watch.
Shout out Brandon Miller, man. I didn't watch it. I heard about it. Wish I would have went. Shout out Brandon Miller, bro. That was the right pick. The right pick for that team.
Moving along, the Heat continue to stumble and fumble and head downward as they lost to the Phoenix Suns last night, 118-105. Devin Booker with 22, 8 and 7. Jimmy Butler with 26, 8 and 4. How do we feel about this?
Dub.
Yeah, that was a very depressing game to watch. Honestly, we were just getting cooked literally the whole entire game. Couldn't do nothing. Couldn't stop the Suns. The Suns were just cooking us left and right. I think the more thing to look at in this game is just how the Suns are coming into its own and how the Suns are really showing that they're going to be one of the best teams in the league. Eric Gordon was just cooking us.
You didn't see the Orlando game clearly, though. You didn't see it.
Nah, that was just a bad game, though, Mars.
Nah, you didn't see the masterclass from Jonathan Isaac.
Oh my God!
You didn't see. Anyone who watched me and Jalen on playback scene. Anyway.
I'm about to say, I'm starting to see on my timeline people are talking about the impact Jonathan Isaac has defensively.
Everyone copying me. It's cool though.
It's crazy. Yeah, I'm about to say that's nasty work. How I'm starting to see that conversation now, like that specific one about the match.
Yeah, that's people love doing that. But yeah, Miami, we just got to figure out our offense. Us shooting the 3-ball wasn't too bad, but we started hitting stuff when like the game was out of touch. We need to find better rim looks. I'm not gonna lie, it's really bad when we're just relying on jump shots. So. It is what it is.
I'm big on Cleveland, and you know, Mars. I think that you talked about Paul George having a bad game last night. I don't think you give Cleveland enough credit for what they're doing defensively. I don't. I don't think that you're giving them credit for what they're doing defensively, how much better they are wing defenders as a group, not individually, just as a group, how much better they are in terms of wing defenders. And Jared Allen protecting the rim the way he does and rebounding the way he does. I think he's an all-star this season. I'd be surprised if he did not make the all-star team. I definitely think he's an all-star this year. So that Cleveland team, don't get me wrong, I don't think that they're a championship team, but I think they're gonna make some noise in the East. Believe that.
It's gonna change when Darius Garland comes back. That's why it's nice to see Evan Mobley back. That was nice. But
yes.
Yeah, it's going to change when Darius Garland comes back and the team is smaller because now they're running Donovan Mitchell at the 1 with Max Strus and Isaac Okoro. You're kind of bigger. Yeah, you're kind of bigger. And Donovan Mitchell at the 1, from what I've been seeing, is moving me. There was a pass he made. It might have been the first quarter, might have been the second quarter, where he gets the ball. It's like tipped out for like an offensive rebound. And he throws it behind the back pass to Isaac Okoro in the dunker spot. Now, Isaac Okoro missed because he's Isaac Okoro. But that pass was crazy. I was like, okay, that's insane. But when Darius Garland comes back, and now you probably get Isaac Okoro out the starting lineup, and now you have 6'1", 6'1", 6'5", the wing defense, as you were alluding to, is back to being bad. So that right now they look good, but when Darius Garland comes back, they're going to look bad.
And if that happens, then the change needs to be made.
I'm about to say the next move for D Mitch, wherever he goes, is him being the point guard. Like wherever the next location is for D Mitch, I'm about to say, is he just going to be the point guard for that team? Because that takes out the Knicks, right?
Yeah, he's coming to Miami.
Right.
Y'all keep it
Go
in
to Orlando.
The next game we got to talk about is the Nets and the Jazz. The Nets spanked the Jazz 147-114. A lot of teams have been getting blown out like this year, and this was another example of it. Maybe it was the return of Ben Simmons, who knows? But Mikal Bridges had 33 points. Keontae George led the Jazz with 21, 4 and 3. Thoughts on this game?
Shout out Ben Simmons, first and foremost. Shout out Ben Simmons. Played some good minutes. I just want to leave it there. I'm not going to sit up here like other people and just hate for no reason on the guy. Just want to see him healthy.
You're the biggest hater of all. Shut
up. Yeah, but not on Ben Simmons because Ben Simmons plays real good.
That's Big Benton. Shout out
Benton, man. Yeah,
love to see him back. Shout out Keontae George, a rookie that no one's really giving praise to.
For real.
That's not true. Mars and I.
Other than Mars.
I was asking Mars about him earlier this year because that's the kid that went to Baylor. I remember him. And
Shout out
I was
to him.
asking, and I watched the Jazz a couple of times. I really like him. I do. I like.
You're a
him.
better playmaker than I thought you'd be. I viewed him as a scorer coming in, but he been a nice little playmaker. His scoring is probably the thing that's taken longer to translate, which understandable for a guard. But his playmaking been real nice for them. So shout out to Keontae George, man.
All right, fellas, keeping it lit. It was another game last night. Yes, the Boston Celtics and the New Orleans Pelicans. The Boston Celtics won 118-112. Brandon Ingram had 28, 7 and 6. Jason Tatum had 28, 10 and 8.
7 turnovers too.
Trey, Brandon Ingram, keep Zion. Hey, Zion, don't worry. I'm going to put off my Carolina brothers. Listen, I love how when Zion lose weight, everybody stop talking about him. I don't know if y'all have seen Zion recently.
He has slipped down.
Yeah, he probably has to play his way into shape. That's probably just how he is. He probably just has to play his way into shape.
I was watching, and this is probably like a week ago when I noticed. I put a tweet out about it. I was like, yo, Zion, his face
Slimmed
kind of
down a
shrunk in a little bit. The chest
down
down
a little bit.
It'll all come back after the offseason.
Just hate.
Yeah, he probably
That's just what he does.
He probably does just have to play his way into shape. But are you saying trade Brandon Ingram because you want to build around Zion, or because you think Brandon Ingram is a problem?
Well, you know me. I've been saying they need to blow it up or trade somebody or do something with that team. I've been saying that. At first, I was like, nah, trade Ingram and Zion, or if anything, trade Zion. Now, if Zion losing weight, if he can stay healthy, keep Big Z.
Bro, don't let this.
Ingram,
He's a fat man by heart. He's
Ingram.
losing weight. He's losing weight mainly because he has to play these games. Once he doesn't have to play those
That's
games,
what playing yourself in shape means. What are you talking about?
Playing his way into shape.
That's the point. If the man ain't working in the offseason to keep himself in shape, what the hell are we talking about? I'm not
But he's
praising
gonna get
that.
in shape during the season.
Just to lose. That's not a good way to be.
Shaq used to play.
They're not
himself in
losing. They're
shape
the
during
5
season.
seed.
Bro, they're going to lose in the postseason. You know you
Well,
don't
of course they're
believe
going to lose in the
that,
postseason. They're not a
Come on,
championship
bro.
team. But that's not because
Don't do
Zion
this.
is out of shape.
No. I'm not gonna praise. I'm not praising it. I'm not praising a guy for mandatorily losing weight just because he has to sit here and play all these games. Because in the offseason comes, it's gonna be the same story in the offseason. He's gonna get big. We're all gonna troll him.
Okay, so
That's what he does.
No, not that. In the offseason, that's fine.
What effect does that have on the Pelicans season?
In the regular season, he's playing himself in shape. In the postseason, he's in shape. What the fuck are we talking about?
In the postseason, he gets. How many games he played in the postseason?
Well,
Don't matter.
He hasn't played a playoff game before.
Okay, then. So he's okay then. I'm not okay. That proves my point.
So
right
when he
there.
plays
Right now he's playing his way into shape. So what if he doesn't come into the season healthy? Cool. If the Pelicans still make the playoffs, we know they weren't going to win a championship with a healthy Zion or not. Even if he was in shape from game one, we know they weren't going to win.
That's the point, Mars.
And that's not
See,
because Zion's
and
out.
I can't wait.
You
You know what? And this is why I can't wait. This is why I can't wait for us to be on Open Gym. I'm gonna be a little bit late to that show because that's one of the things you need to look at in a player. What they do in the offseason, that work that they dedicate, bro. Dedication, work ethic. That's something that's crucial in being an NBA player. And Zion will. No. Stop, Mars. Stop. My whole point is, Mars, is I'm not gonna sit here and just praise this guy for, oh yeah, he's getting skinnier. He's playing himself. No, shut up. You want to know why? Because this should have been a thing that should have happened earlier before the season even started. But you want to mess with hoes. You want to mess with Instagram hoes. You want to mess with porn stars, and you wanted to eat, sleep, and F all off season long instead of putting time in the gym. I'm not praising a man just because he's losing weight. Just because he's losing weight naturally. He's losing weight naturally. He don't care about losing weight.
I'm not asking you to praise him. I'm not asking you to praise him.
Nah, screw that,
I
bro.
don't care about praising someone for playing their way into shape. I'm just making an observation. He plays his way into shape.
That's fine.
Yeah, but if we
But
know
this
that
man Damo up here,
win a
and
championship,
see, this is what happens because y'all both are agreeing with each other, and I see he's praising him, so I'm putting y'all all on the same scope.
Oh, I'm just saying he plays his way into shape. That's what I'm saying.
Wait. No. Dub, this is crazy. This is crazy. Just because you don't operate your life like this, don't mean you can dictate how I operate my life. I was a person.
I don't care how you dictate it. I might have a problem with it, sir.
No. I was a person who was slandering Zion for looking like me on the basketball court. So now that he's able to be in shape, I'm going to acknowledge that.
Naturally, it's not because he's putting work in.
Stop with the naturally logic. Because there's plenty of guys know it's nonsense. No, dog. Keep going, Damo. Keep going,
I
Damo.
gave him slack. Now I can acknowledge, all right, bet he's actually in shape now. Cool. That was one of the questions I had for him in this season. Like, hey, bro, I'm not believing in this guy because he's looking like me. I'm looking in a mirror playing in the NBA. This is crazy. I shouldn't be looking at a guy built like me in the NBA. Now he's in shape. Somewhat in shape. Now, how much you want to evaluate him being in shape? That's on you.
Yeah, it
But
took
he's
the
lost
season
weight.
started in
That's all I'm
season
saying.
started in November.
Good, bro.
Duh,
I'm
if
glad
he's
he
playing
lost weight.
games, he's gonna lose weight. It's common sense.
I'm just
No,
we
it's
saying,
gotta
not,
move
dog.
on.
No, hold
We
on,
have
Ron,
to
because
move
we
on.
don't. No, because
We
no, it's
gotta
not
move
common
on,
sense.
chill.
I've
I
seen
want to hear what
Popeye
you have to say
Jones.
because I got something to cook him.
I've seen Popeye Jones play all year and he's fat. I've seen Oliver Miller play the whole season and still be fat. So just because you're playing, that doesn't mean that
So
you're going
watch
to automatically lose weight. So kill that with that mandatory logic. I think you got that completely wrong.
This is why you're done, Chill. Aren't you the same guy that criticizes James Harden for playing himself in the shape and for folding in the postseason?
Right.
So I want to
But
hear nothing from this
here's
topic
the
from you,
difference.
sir, because you
Here's the
cooked James
difference.
Harden for not being
I
in shape,
do.
sir.
I do.
Because he wants to go to Las Vegas and can spend money on strippers.
Here's the difference, though. Here's the difference. Dub, you said it's mandatory. You're automatically going to do that. That's not everybody. Zion lost weight playing himself into shape. James Harden lost weight playing himself into shape. Popeye Jones did not lose weight playing himself into shape. Who else am I thinking about? Oliver Miller did not lose weight. These guys were fat. That's what happened to him. Sean Kemp got out of shape. He was fat. That's what happens. Not everybody who plays basketball is going to lose weight. That's not going to happen.
Get this.
Final point, Dub. This is the final point. We got to move on.
If the man ain't putting in extra hours to lose that shape sooner, guess what? I don't care. Simple. That's it. That's all I got to say.
All right. Back to some more games. We got a few more games right quick. The Washington Wizards beat the San Antonio Spurs 118-113. Kyle Kuzma led the team in points and rebounds with 18 points and 11 rebounds. Victor Wembanyama had 22 and 11. Two of the worst teams.
That game's about Marvin Bagley. No one else. That game's about Marvin Bagley.
Man, shout out Victor.
Victor Wembanyama. Nah, he sold me, bro. He should have had a better game, man. That was one of the games. He sold me, and Jalen Green sold me. Because how the hell he turned into Jalen Jordan one night?
Hold up, Dub. We're about to get there. Hold on.
I'm sick of
my man don't know what he's talking about.
I'm sick of Dub with his parlays. I'm sick of him with his parlays.
What's he talking about?
Well, I won last night, so I'm a little bit happy. But yeah, bro, come on.
The two top teams in the Western Conference faced off last night in the Minnesota Timberwolves and the Oklahoma City Thunder. They were tied going into this game for the first seed. So this was the tiebreaker between these two teams. And the Wolves won the game 107-101. Let's go ahead and actually dive into this game and see what happened. So it looks like Karl Anthony Towns had 21, 10 and 6. Had a good shooting game from the field. Anthony Edwards also led the team in scoring with 27. He shot 50% from the field, 60% from three. And Rudy Gobert chimed in with 18 rebounds. The Oklahoma City Thunder, on the other hand, they were carried by J-Dub and Shea. Those two combined for 57 of the team's points. Shea had 37, 8 assists, 7 rebounds. J-Dub contributed 20. Thoughts on this game, fellas?
I need to say this, and I had this topic on my channel. Go check it out. We need to have some serious conversations about J-Dub. And I'm not going to lie. This kid, because he was hitting some big buckets down the stretch too.
He's an all-star this year too.
Bro.
Not this year, in the near future. He's an all-star.
He's better than Jalen Brown. I swear he's better than Jalen Brown. What? Like oh my God. This kid is insane, bro. I'm not going to lie. Way better.
That's not what I expected you to say, but I did see that little segment thing on your channel. I didn't know that was you who made that take.
Nah, because I was thinking about it, and that's more I'm thinking about it. Nah, J-Dub is really one of them ones. And the
fact that
expand on Jalen Brown because they're both their names are Jalen.
No, he said he better than him. He compared him to
why Jalen Brown?
I was about to ask you. So can you expand on that? Why is he better than him? Where is it?
I think as a ball, even as he don't do it a lot, but every time he touches the ball, I feel way more confident with the ball in his hands in terms of passing and ball handling and facilitating. He has a good mid-range shot, similar to Jalen Brown. He has a very good consistent three ball as well. And the defense that he has, I think, is better than Jalen Brown. So in my head, if he has all of that going for himself, man, That's
So
just,
the meat
Yo.
potatoes of your argument is ball handling. You just feel better when he got the ball in his hands than Jalen Brown does, because it has
Huh.
nothing to do with his ability to score. Because
And
Jalen Brown can
defense.
score with the best of them. Jalen Brown is one of the best
Yeah.
defensive players in the game. That's a fact.
J-Dub's better than him.
I ain't saying that, Mars. There's a difference between being an all-league defender and being one of the best defensive
Is
players
he?
in the game.
No way you're using
I
that
do.
argument.
Wait,
I do
how,
think
many,
that.
how many people are one of the best defenders in the league?
Okay,
Like, is he
so
top
okay,
20, top
so
50? Like, how many people are one of the best?
so now we got the first team and second team all-league defenders, correct?
That's 10
Okay, so
people.
that's elite. Is that fair?
Sure.
Mhm.
Is that fair? Now then
Yeah,
we got the next 20. Then we got the next 10 guys.
Okay.
That's I'm not going to say elite, but I mean they're right on the doorstep of that. But they still one of the best defenders in the game. I think Jalen Brown. I don't know if I can name
He's a top
30
30 defender.
That's what I was about to say. I don't know if I can name 30 defenders better than him.
Including or not including bigs? Like, you talking about just the perimeter defenders?
we're
or we
including
That's what I'm talking about. I'm talking about on the perimeter.
Oh, a
That's what
top
I'm talking
30
about.
like wing defender?
Yeah, that's what I'm talking about. I don't know if I can name 30 defenders better than Jalen
All right,
Brown.
let's do this.
I'm not sure.
Jason Tatum or Jalen Brown?
As a
JT.
defender,
Yeah.
Tatum.
Derek White,
Both of those guys.
Drew Holiday.
Yep.
Okay. Patrick Beverly.
No.
Okay.
What?
I'm with you, Chill.
I
No.
disagree, but that's fine. That's fine. D'Anthony Melton,
No.
Dante DiVincenzo,
Chenzo from New York. No,
Cat
Miles. I'm gonna say
TV.
no.
Josh
I'm gonna say
Hart.
no. Yes.
Okay. Isaac Okoro,
Yes.
okay. Jimmy Butler,
Today, buckets.
yeah. Jimmy Butler,
I'll give buckets the edge today.
okay.
I will.
Jonathan Isaac,
Yes.
yeah, you know. Alex Caruso,
Yes.
Mikal Bridges,
Yes.
Ben Simmons,
Yes.
Dorian Finney-Smith,
No.
Royce O'Neal.
What number
I'm
are we
gonna
at
get to
right
Dennis Smith. I'm gonna get. I think we've got to like 8, 9. I think
now? Okay.
Dorian Finney, Royce O'Neal,
Yes.
Dennis Smith Jr.
No.
Scotty Barnes,
Yes.
Emmanuel Quickly,
No.
Bruce Brown. No to Emmanuel Quickly is insane, but Bruce Brown.
I'll give the edge to Bruce Brown. That's
Oh,
a
I didn't say
rotation.
OG. OG Anunoby.
Yes, definitely OG.
That's 11 right now, right?
Yeah, Charlotte. The Charlotte.
It's
I don't
like
want to say.
13.
I'm not gonna say Frank Ntilikina, so we'll leave that one out. I don't think you're gonna say Bilal from the Wizards, so that's fine. Asar Thompson.
I think we can have a conversation about Asar Thompson. I do.
Okay.
I do. I think we can have a serious conversation about Asar Thompson.
I think it's comfortable.
I think the only reason is because of where he is right now, because he's new.
Okay. Jaden McDaniels,
Yes.
Anthony Edwards.
Yes.
Do I feel confident with Nickeil Alexander? No, that's fine. Aaron Gordon,
Aaron Gordon from Denver.
the Nuggets. Yeah.
He's a big.
No, he's
He
more
plays the
like a wing.
4.
Yeah,
Aaron
he's
Gordon
versatile.
plays the 4. No.
He guards
Nah,
wings.
He's like a combo for a special.
He guards wings. He doesn't. He guards wings.
Well, okay, sure, Miles. If we're gonna add him, yes, because the job I saw him do, yes.
Peyton Watson.
He's bigger. I think he may be a better one-on-one defender than Jalen Brown.
Shea.
I'll give that to you. Yes.
Lou Dort.
Yes.
I'll ask Casey Wallace, but Casey Wallace.
No.
Kawhi.
Yes.
Paul George.
I think it's on reputation, Mars. I do. I don't think it's
He lived off legacy.
I think it's on reputation, Mars. I do.
Interesting.
Well, you could say J Dub. I think he agrees with J Dub. Right,
I don't
what
think
show?
so. That's what the whole debate was about because he said
no,
Jalen Brown's
'cause-
one of the best
'cause-
defenders in the league. I don't
Yeah,
think
yeah,
he
but I said J-Dub better, and he was like, "Oh, I don't think I'm not saying that he's
Who
who's
you
better,
chill?
J-Dub
You
or
think
Jalen
Jalen
Brown."
Williams is a better defender than Jalen Brown?
No, I didn't say that.
Exactly. That's why this whole conversation started. What are you
That's
talking
how we
about?
started. That's how we got to the 30 to the
That's
30
how,
guys.
literally how the whole conversation
Right.
started.
Right.
I'll ask for Ox's sake, Davion Mitchell.
Oh, I love Damian Mitchell. No,
Okay. Phoenix, Josh Okogie,
no,
KD.
no.
Ah, might as well. Dallas have any wing defenders that I'm neglecting?
Grant Williams.
Grant
Dante
Williams,
Exum?
Josh Green, Dante Exum. Yeah, how you feel about any of those guys?
No.
No. Okay. New Orleans, Herb Jones.
Yes.
Jose Alvarado.
No.
I don't feel too high on Trey Murphy, so I'll leave him out. The late Cam Reddish, Jared Vanderbilt.
No.
Wait, Jared Vanderbilt?
He said no.
Maybe, I take that back, Mars. Vando, yes. I'll give you Vando.
Okay.
I'll give you Vando. Yes.
Colin Sexton, Fontecchio, Chris Dunn, anyone from the Jazz, really? Any of those three?
None of those guys.
No to Chris Dunn.
No. He can defend. I don't think he's Jalen Brown good as a defender. No.
Dylan Brooks, Jabari Smith, Tari Eason, and Amen Thompson.
I'll give you Dylan Brooks, and I'll give you Jabari Smith. I love Jabari Smith. I think he's going to be an all-league defender.
But no to Tari and Amen. Okay, that's fine.
I think
I disagree, but it's fine. I disagree, but it's fine. The Warrior. Andrew
No.
Wiggins? No?
Mm.
Dre, I guess, but Marcus Smart in Memphis.
Today, yeah, I'll give you Marcus Smart, Mars. Sure.
And then on the Spurs, I mean Portland's Jeremy Grant.
Jeremy Grant.
Mm-mm.
And then on the Spurs, Jeremy Sohan.
No. Mm-mm.
Okay, I don't know how many we got to. Matisse
Thybulle?
Thybulle in Portland. Yeah, my fault. Matisse
Portland.
Thybulle.
I'll give you
my-
Thibault. Yes.
Okay.
I'll give
I don't
you
know how many
Thybulle.
names we. I don't know how many names
It's
we
like
got.
20. It's like 28 to 32.
Okay, but and then there's a lot of names where I.
So he falls. So he falls in that like
28 to
between
32. And Mars
around
named
there.
a lot more names
And-
that
and-
I think
and
is very.
Oh, I
much
didn't say
debatable.
Jalen Suggs. Oh, you're right. Jalen Suggs is better. I'm not even gonna ask you. Jalen Suggs is better.
yes.
Did I say Caruso?
You
Yes,
said
you
no.
did.
So.
Really.
Okay.
Jalen
Yes, he
Suggs
did.
is better.
So
I don't
that
remember
makes
asking
20.
about any Bulls
So
players.
that bumps it up to 29. Like that's the minimum 29 that Chill agreed to.
All right, cool.
Oh,
Yeah,
this is
I-
always good.
Yeah, but I don't think he's top 30. But yeah, well,
J-
All right,
better.
fellas, we got to get back to games from last night.
Yes, sir.
It's
talking
good to
about
know where
Minnesota.
Jalen Brown lies as a defender in the NBA, around the 30th range. Whether you declare that elite or not, it's kind of up to you, or whether you think he's one of the top defenders in the league. But back to the games that happened last night. The Kings.
Wait a minute. Wait a minute. Whoa. We didn't even talk about Minnesota. We didn't actually talk about what happened last night in Minnesota. I mean, this is for the number one seed in the Western Conference. And Braun, not only is it the number one seed in the Western Conference, how big of a deal Rudy was on that crew last night. And I understand how good Jaden McDaniels is, because Jaden McDaniels made it hard on, like, you dudes will see the box score and you'll see that Shea went for 37 last night. Man, he made a lot of tough shots on Jaden McDaniels. Jaden McDaniels' ability to recover, that was a big deal on him last night. And I thought that I know this sounds crazy when you see somebody score 37 on somebody, you're like, yo, they did a good job on him. Because they actually did do a good job on him. He just was better. The problem, what I want to do, Ron, is I want to dead the rhetoric. I want to dead the logic that the Minnesota's half-court offense is in question. No, it is not. They score with the best of them. I don't think that they have a problem scoring the basketball. Their transition offense is a problem. Not only is their transition offense a problem, them closing games. Their best offensive player, their best scorer, is a third-year shooting guard who's still trying to figure it out. He's awesome, don't get me wrong. He is awesome, but he's still trying to figure it out. They got this action that they run in the fourth quarter where, if I remember it correctly, you got Ant in the corner. Ant's getting screened by Rudy. Ant's getting screened for Rudy. Rudy's coming to screen for Ant. He's got a dribble handoff with Cat. Cat's diving to the basket. When Cat dives to the basket, Rudy comes right behind him, and now he's going to set a ball screen. All that does, that's not him getting the shot. That's just Ant getting the basketball. And they run action like that for him all the time because they get buckets. The problem that they have is Ant scoring the basketball in the fourth quarter. That's the biggest problem that they have because they have him close games. Sometimes he's able to do it. Sometimes he's not. The last 4 games, I believe, he was shooting under 30% in the fourth quarter. That was their problem. Their offense isn't the problem. They get good looks. They get shots. The problem is that he sometimes doesn't get it done. But Rudy, on the other hand, I just feel like every time he dives to the basket, he's open. They don't look for him nearly enough. Every time he rolls to the basket, he's open. I love what they're doing in Minnesota. I just would like to see them. I would like to see them in terms of Ant. I'd like to see them get him not just more involved. I'd like to see him just be better in the fourth quarter.
OKC gets great year this year. Everything's phenomenal. The writing is on the wall for OKC. You can outsize them. And all I look for this team going into the offseason and going into next season is adding bigs. If they don't go and add multiple, not one, multiple big men, bigger guys to play next to Chet, with Chet, or whatever it is.
What kind of bigs you thinking, Damo? You thinking dirty work guys? You thinking bucket guys, or you just thinking big?
You definitely need a dirty work guy. You definitely need. I would say you need a dirty work guy that's just going to board, eat up size in the paint, eat up fouls, be physical with teams like Minnesota, because Minnesota was just dominating them in the paint last night. You need at least one, maybe 2 of those guys for foul purposes, and you need another big who can, in my opinion, a big who can stretch the floor. Just another big who can stretch the floor, to help with the offense, with how they like to play, add that spacing around Shea. But you need at least 1 or 2 bigs that are just going to be more interior or just physical and play with size. Because there's no way you're going out there with Chet and you got J-Dub at the 4. You have Jalen Williams off the bench at 6'8", 6'9", and no, that's just nasty work. If they don't go out there and get them a plethora of different bigs or a couple of bigs this offseason, I'm saying their front office is trolling and they're displaying terrorist activity.
What big should they get?
Daniel Gafford.
I don't care who they get. A big. It genuinely does not matter. Anyone. It should not be at 7 feet, 112 pounds, and then Jalen Williams at 6'8". Like, that shouldn't be your 2 biggest players. I'm sorry. So I don't care who they can get. Jalen Smith for all I care. I don't care who they get. They need to get big men, other bigs, just to help. It's crazy how small that team plays. In terms of the Timberwolves, did what they were supposed to do, dominating the paint, had a great game. And shout out Ant, calling out the unethical buckets. Because when you look on paper at Shea's performance last night, it looked cool. Then you see how many free throws he hit, man. Unethical, man. And it's starting to get the Ant. This is the second time he done played them and had something to say about these free throws at the end of the game. I'm starting to get that feeling. Ant hates unethical buckets just like me.
Just so you know, Damo, that punch that he had when he ran down the gut and punched it with 2 hands, that's a foul. He got hit on the arm. Blow the whistle, ref. He clearly got fouled.
We tried to dunk it on Chet.
When he didn't, no, at the end of the game, it was in the middle. It was late in the fourth quarter.
Okay.
And Shea clearly hit him. That's a foul. Blow the whistle, ref. Blow the whistle.
Let's listen to what Ant had to say about the refs last night.
Get it done in this environment?
I don't know, and I'm gonna take the fine because the refs did not give us no calls tonight. We had to play through every bump, every grab. I don't know how we won tonight. Big shout out to my team. Big shout out to my coaches for sure.
There's a difference between contact and illegal contact. Okay, you can bump a guy, sure. You can hedge a guy, sure. But when you knocking guys to the floor, I mean, if that's how we playing, okay, that's one thing. But that's got to be universal. That can't just be, okay, y'all gonna allow that with us, but you're not gonna allow that with them. Because if we're playing like that, then that's got to be across the board. And it didn't seem like it was last night.
Are they gonna trade number 3, or are we just gonna keep waiting for them to just?
They're not.
They should. If they were smart, they would.
I don't know why he's still on the team.
Is it that bad, Mars? I mean, because he makes open shots. I understand the ball.
Teams ignore him. He gets ignored. So like, it's the same thing I had with Thibault last year. If I don't know what he's shooting from 3 this year, number 3. I don't know what he's shooting. But if teams aren't guarding you, even if you take 5 of them and make 3 of them, they're not guarding you on every possession you're out there. You've only taken 5 shots. You're still hurting the team in every other possession you don't shoot. So yes, he got 9 points on the 5 shots he took. I don't know how many threes he made last night either. I'm just talking generally. So, like, if teams aren't guarding him and you're in the playoffs, teams are going to leave him wide open. Wide open. Teams are going to, if they play the Timberwolves in the playoffs, he's going to be guarded by Rudy Gobert. Rudy Gobert is going to leave him open. And that's why his minutes are going down when you play against these teams. He's going to play like 15 minutes a game in the playoffs because teams aren't going to guard him. He would have to shoot 7 for 7 from 3 every game. It's going to be an Isaac Okoro version too, because there's no reason for him to be out there if he doesn't have the ball in his hands, because you need Shea with the ball in his hands. And teams aren't guarding him. Why is he there? He needs to be traded, in my opinion.
Mars, it just takes one Terrence Mann performance with Rudy Gobert guarding you, not guarding you, and just
and then all of a sudden, you cooked him.
All of a sudden, the narrative changes. So I feel you in the grand scheme of things. Oh yeah, Rudy's gonna leave him open. You can't have that happening until Josh Giddey is really hitting them and making them pay. Then it's off. What was Minnesota doing? What is Gobert doing on defense?
Nice. We got to extend him.
Josh Giddey's
Yeah,
really
and
out
I'm
here
gonna be
doing
honest.
it,
To the person who said they will guard him if he's hitting like that, he was 3 for 7 last night. I promise you, no one's
Didn't guard
guarding 3 for 7 Josh Giddey. No one's guarding him. No one. They will lead. They will go ahead, take your 9 points, buddy. We're gonna live with that, because every other half court possession where you choose not to shoot and you instead try to probe when no one's guarding you, attacking invisible closeouts, or just trying to run dribble handoffs or just pass the ball to no one. Yes, you're ruining the offense. We don't care about your little 9 points on threes. We don't care. Like, no one will care. He would have to shoot 7 for 7 every game for teams to be like, okay, maybe we need to guard him. And he's not going to do that. So there's no use for him.
I did not know that there was a thing called invisible closeouts. I did not know that.
Yeah, man. I played 2K with enough people who be attacking closeouts that aren't there. Josh Giddey be doing it in real life. He's attacking closeouts that don't exist. He tried to attack Wemby. I know we've seen that game. He tried to attack Wemby, got his shot held. Wemby's not even closing out to you. He's just standing there and you're running into him. So yeah, he doesn't know what he's doing.
I will say I genuinely think the emergence of Shea and the emergence of J-Dub really messed up Josh Giddey. In the grand scheme of things, they drafted him. They expected his role to be a lot higher than what it was. But J-Dub being as great as he's been this early on, and Shea just being this quick to be an MVP candidate consistently, yeah, gang, it's not even a bad pick. It's not even like you got a bad pick or you picked the wrong guy or it was the wrong fit. Other guys just ended up being way better than they were supposed to be. So now you turned into a bad fit. I feel for him. That's tough. But get his ass the fuck up out of here. Get Josh Giddey out of here. Let's get a big man.
I'm not saying he can't play. I'm just he doesn't fit on OKC. They need to trade him to a team. If he's on a team that puts the ball in his hands and allows him to initiate offense and use his passing abilities and whatever the case may be, he can be fine. But on a team where he's the third ball handler because 2 guys can shoot, can create their own shot, and can pass, and you have him in the corner, he's useless. So send him to Washington for Daniel Gafford, Corey Kispert, and a pick.
How much better is Oklahoma City if you rewind the clock to the 2021 draft and Oklahoma City passes on Giddey and they take Sengun? How much better are they?
Oh my God.
We good. We don't care about that. Why do you not give them Franz? Why do you not give them Franz? Why do you have to give them Sengun? No, give them Franz.
I'm just asking this. I'm just asking a question. That's all I'm asking.
We good on that one. We good.
I'm just asking a question. How much better are they?
We don't even need to know.
Way better. Way better.
That's not even relevant.
All right, y'all. Keeping it lit. The next game that we are gonna dive into, I mentioned it a second ago. What was the Sacramento Kings and the Memphis Grizzlies? The Kings beat the Grizzlies by 9, 103-94. Jaren Jackson Jr. had 22 points. Still isn't really rebounding much. Domantas Sabonis, on the other hand, had 20 points and grabbed all the rebounds. He had 26 points, which is a season high, and a franchise record. He tied it with Chris Webber.
Glass cleaner.
That's what happens when Memphis can't make shots.
Memphis, listen to me and listen good. If y'all don't give Triple J, I don't know how long Desmond Bane is out, but hey, let these guys get season-ending surgery. Tank, kill the season. Tank for Sar, please tank. Just throw it, do what the Warriors did. Throw it away, and it's okay. Y'all don't need Triple J playing right now. As soon as y'all heard that y'all not coming back, everyone should have been shut down. I should be seeing 45 minutes of Vincent Williams Jr. on the basketball court right now.
He been playing well. I'm not gonna lie. He been playing well. I like him. I like him.
I should be seeing G.G. Jackson minutes. 48 of them. G.G. Jackson and Vincent Williams should be leading this team in minutes played per game. Shut it down. The season's over. Tank for Sar, please. Tank for Buceles, please. Like, do your franchise justice.
Sar would actually be nice for them. Sar would be nice.
Super nice. Sar and Triple J back front court with Ja attacking. Lord have mercy. And Desmond Bane being able to be a top 5 shooting guard. He looks like when he's healthy. I ain't gonna lie to you. Desmond Bane is a killer when he's on the court. Please do your job. Like, do your job, Memphis.
So when both Marcus Smart and Desmond, you already knew Ja was done for the season. But when Marcus Smart went out and Desmond Bane is out for as long as he was out, what are we doing here? I know we're trying to sell
Jaren
tickets.
Jackson Jr. to get phantom surgery.
Right. I know we're trying to sell tickets, but at the end of the day, we're not winning. We're not. So what's happening right here? Let's just end this and end this amicably. This season was a wash. 100% it was. So
you want to sell tickets? Give all the Memphis rappers some tickets and let them give it up to the hood and let them come perform. If you want to sell tickets, I don't care about if you can get tickets off in Memphis. Let Finesse 2 times and Key Glock pull up and perform at halftime for the rest of the season. If you want to sell tickets, I don't care about them damn tickets. Think about your team. Y'all are in a prime position to y'all have y'all pick. Y'all are in prime position to just tank it out, be in a top 3, and get a player that can immediately impact your team next year. And by the looks of it, you need that. There was no reason why this team looked so unmotivated as it was going into the season with Ja being out. Ja comes back and they immediately flip a switch and look so great and look so well tuned. Then Ja gets out again and they back to hopelessness. No, man, get you some more players and some more assets. You're not getting Memphis is not a. I don't think that's a market that's just desirable for free agents. That's not somewhere free agents. Free agents are not saying y'all want to go to Memphis, even with Ja there. I'm still not hearing free agents. Yo, Memphis is one of the places I want to go. You have to take advantage of this, like immediately.
Think about it, Damo. Think about it, Damo. Where'd they get Jaren Jackson?
The draft.
The draft.
Where'd they get Ja?
The draft.
What about Desmond Bane?
The draft.
They had to trade for Marcus Smart.
They need to trade him again to a contender.
Right. They had to trade for Marcus Smart, and they got Derrick Rose in free agency, and Derrick Rose is 35 years old. So
they got him to be a babysitter. They paid him to babysit Ja Morant. That was it. Right. That was like, you know what? They say
and he babysat him the wrong way. Now you got the Derrick Rose injuries. It's tragic. It's tragic.
Exactly what happened too, Mom.
Yeah, that's exactly
crazy. That's crazy. A man a babysit a grown man with his dad at the games. I'm not about to get into that, but no, man, shut him down. Shut everybody down. G.G. Jackson should be playing 48 minutes for the rest of the season. Vincent Williams Jr. should be going crazy. Zaire Williams should be getting 50 minutes a night, in my opinion. Play everybody else. That's not everybody at the end of the bench should be starting. If I'm Memphis, I'm not gonna lie to you. This season's over.
Zaire Williams is so bad. So that's what they need. Yeah, get Zaire Williams on the court for sure.
I'm literally giving Memphis. I'm giving Annalie Chopper a 10-day. Like I'm legit. I'm doing antics and everything. The season's over. I'm doing everything else but worrying about winning basketball.
All right, fellas. Moving along to the next game. The Los Angeles Lakers and the Houston Rockets. The Lakers got dealt with last night, 135 to 119. The Rockets took care of business. And in case you didn't know, Jalen Green had one of his better performances of the year, if not his best performance. Jalen Green had 34 points, 12 rebounds, 7 assists, only 1 turnover. How are we feeling about this, Mars Blackman?
People who have been watching the Rockets this season know that this Jalen Green's turned a corner in the last 4 or 5 games. That's 3 straight double-doubles, by the way, just so you guys know. 3 straight double-doubles. He had 0 double-doubles in his whole career before this last 3 games. Alperen Sengun and Jalen Green are the youngest duo to ever get 30 and 10 in the same game. Just putting out there. Jalen Green over the last 4 games is averaging 29 points a game and 8 rebounds. Just putting out there. On 51%.
Almost 30 and 10.
On 51% shooting from the field. But I was told I have to give up because there's no hope. So interesting. But it's not about me giving credit to Jalen Green and just talking about how he's the best player to ever exist, because we all know that. So the Houston Rockets was fantastic. I want to ask Doma how he feels about his team passing on Cam Whitmore. That's where I want to start with. That's where I really want to go. Because Jalen Hood-Schifino was on the court last night when they were already down 20 in the last 20 seconds of the game. That's where their number 17 pick came in, but we have our number 20 pick, giving us impactful minutes scoring. I think he had 20 points last night. So I want to ask Doma, how do you feel about your team passing on Cam Whitmore? Is that
one? I'm not backing down from my stance I had at draft time. That number 21 pick should have been James Najee. I'm gonna keep saying it into the day I die. We should have picked James Najee because again, we needed a real big man. But when I did see Cam plummeting, I'm thinking top 5 pick guy. There's no way he does get past us, and he does for J Hood. So hurt, Mars, to answer your question. I'm extremely hurt. And then I was a little optimistic at first because health reasons and Cam's in the G League, he's not ready. No, Cam's been ready this entire goddamn time. Actually more ready than a lot of rookies. In all actuality, he was a top 5 pick. Genuinely, there was no reason for him to slide down to 20.
He's starting on that Lakers team. If he was on that Lakers team, he's starting. He's your starting 3-man, 100%.
The only reason he's not top 5 in Rookie of the Year is because he started in the G League. That's the only reason he's not top 5 in Rookie of the Year. I promise you, if he played this whole season consistently, I'm not saying he's better than Brandon Miller, but if he was on the Hornets getting that type of opportunity, it would be Wemby, Chet, Cam Whitmore. I promise you it would.
Anybody in the chat saying J Hood is solid, you have faith in J Hood, you're not a Laker fan. So I don't care. I don't care about none of that. Listen, I'm not saying the kid sucks. He's not what we needed. And unless this nigga turns into an all-star once LeBron leaves and AD decides, I'm not playing with not LeBron. So unless he just turns into an all-star when the team goes to shambles, which I don't think that's going to happen, but if it does, hey, prove me wrong. Yeah, we should have picked Cam Whitmore, and if not Cam Whitmore, we should have picked James Najee, the guy I wanted to pick. I'm going to keep saying it.
You know how
won us that game. I'm gonna be honest. Like that little stretch at the end of the first where the game wasn't out of hand, and then he goes gets 3 dunks, makes a 3, scores about 10 points in 5 seconds, blew the game open. Like the Lakers' transition defense is terrible. The Lakers' rebounding is terrible. We were just killing them on the glass, killing them in transition, killing them at the rim, which is not something you really expect of AD in the paint. But then I see that perimeter defense. I'm like, oh, okay, I can see why. When Jalen Green is able to blow by anyone he wants, yeah, you're going to have problems at the rim because AD can't save everyone. There's a play, I think he blocked someone. I don't know who he blocked. He blocked a shot, and LeBron is standing right there, and the ball just falls to Jabari Smith for a layup. I was like, yeah, it's like you guys don't even care to play. Like there was no intensity from the Lakers, and we won by 16, but we really won by like 30. Like that game wasn't even close to being close.
Don't let that score.
Yeah, that game wasn't even close to being close. So the Lakers have some intensity issues, and I don't think I can blame Darvin Ham for intensity issues. I think that's effort. I can't blame him for that. There's a few things that I will blame him for, but intensity, I can't blame him for that. In my opinion, I can't blame him
for it.
Has he lost the crew? Has he lost that crew?
I think that's just a cop-out. I feel like when players want an excuse to not give effort, they'll just say that the coach isn't getting through to them. Mm-hmm. I don't think you need a coach to tell you to try. I don't think you need that. So especially when you're a veteran team who knows how the NBA works, if you need a coach to tell you to try, you don't want to try. Just be honest, you don't want to try. So I can't blame Darvin Ham for that. There's many things that I can blame him for. Some of the lineups he runs is questionable. Sometimes he runs zone in questionable situations. Now, him running zone last night was actually pretty good. I'll give him credit for that. But sometimes he runs zone, and I don't think he should. The spacing on his team isn't great. But I can't blame him for the lack of effort. I can't blame him for that. That's the players. The players aren't trying. So,
for the most part, LeBron-led teams since, I want to say 2018, for the most part in that time, from 2018 to now, they have all shown examples of lack of intensity in some way or shape or form in the regular season. I'm not about to sit, and again, I know I'm Mr. Darvin's a terrorist. Now that's a mainstream conversation. I'm out of it. I don't. Y'all just reaching on it. I was speaking from a place of truth and honesty. Now guys are just saying it. Now guys are just saying to get their clicks off and get their engagement. That's whack. It's not Darvin's fault. Listen, it's not Darvin's fault.
I'm
I'm not going to sit here and say he lost the team. I'm not going to sit here and say he lost the team. I don't think he lost the team. I just think in terms of a LeBron James-led team, for the most part, unless the team is shooting from all cylinders from the start of the season, there's going to be times in the regular season, especially as he gets older, where there's a lack of intensity. And it starts from the top down. Everyone is a reflection of LeBron. Whatever LeBron's doing, that's what the team's going to do. And LeBron has that issue where it's just like some nights he's the GOAT, other nights he's just LeBron. Now, just LeBron is a bad thing. Just LeBron is still phenomenal, better than 85% of the league. But just LeBron goes on the court and he pulling the Julius Randle. He throwing his hands up when the ball's turned over, walking up the court. He's walking off the court 30 seconds before the game ends and not dapping nobody up when he loses. He displays a real sore loser mentality a lot of the times. And
bad leadership. You can say it. It's bad leadership.
LeBron is I think personally, if LeBron James is the sole leader or he's the main leader of your team is being led by a bad leader. All LeBron James championship units have other guys when they're equally as leaders or even more of leaders than him. That's when they win. I'm not saying he's never been a leader, but when he is the guy that people are saying is the leader of the locker room, those teams do not succeed for real. He's not that great of a leader. He's a cool leader. He's cool, but he got a lot of sore loser in him, and I don't blame him. I'm a sore loser. Don't get me wrong. I lose once on the rec, I'm quitting. We don't need to play again. I don't want to play again. So no, I'm a sore loser. I get it, but you can't have that with this unit because everyone starts to. You got guys crying on the bench. You got guys not like everybody.
Literally crying.
LA's like everybody just copying this guy. I can't go for it. I can't blame Darvin Ham though. I'm not gonna blame Darvin. It's not Darvin's fault.
So
leave him alone.
So two things, Ron. So what I did was I talked nonsense about you, and I told everybody, Ron been talking about you, right? Ron said he could whoop you. So when they finally jump on you, now I go, damn, Ron, you know what? I probably was wrong for saying that, man. Ron ain't really that bad of a dude. You already opened up the door, Damo. You already started it. You already did it. You already got the dude beat up. Now you want to go back and apologize and tell everybody, he really ain't like that. You the one started it. That's you.
That's crazy, Damo. I'm not.
That's first of all. Number two, I did not watch the Laker game last night. Mars, you know why I didn't watch the Laker game last night? Not because I didn't want to watch Houston. Not because I didn't want to. Not because I don't like Jabari Smith, because you know how I feel about Jabari Smith. But I get so sick of talking about the same goddamn thing with the Lakers. Like it's the same story with these dudes. And we got teams in the league like Minnesota, like Oklahoma City, like Boston, like other teams that have good players and good systems. Meanwhile, I'm still talking about the Lakers and the same thing we was talking about last year. And the same thing goes on and on and on and on. And I get so sick of talking about it with these dudes. It just drives me crazy. As far as James being a leader, Damo, we're to a point now. I like to think that James is a better leader than you give him credit for. So when he was in Cleveland, when he was in Cleveland, Kyrie Irving was the one who came out and said that he apologized. This leadership thing is a lot harder than what I thought it was. So I want to say that I'm sorry because I'm sure that I was a lot to deal with when I was there. But now I've gotten older, and now that I'm older, my patience level is a lot less than what it was when I was 28, when I was 29. I'm almost 40. So the fact that I'm almost 40, I'm out here now like, yo, I got to come to work every day and deal with this nonsense. I mean, should I really even be doing this anymore? Because that's really what's going on right now. Now, should his body language be better? Yes. Should he be more encouraging to guys? Yes. But when I'm older and I keep seeing the same thing, like we just got finished talking about, we're going over the same thing over and over and over again. It gets redundant. And when you get older, Damo, it starts to get corny fast. It gets corny real fast. And what I would be more patient with at 25, at 28, when I'm 37, no. This is nonsense, and I'm just sick of it.
Chilton, I feel you. I'm simply just going to keep blaming LeBron leadership so then everyone can catch on to that, and they start blaming LeBron leadership, and I can go back to blaming Darvin Ham.
Oh, but you know that's impossible. There's not going to be a consensus blaming LeBron. That's impossible. And I'm not blaming LeBron. I'm just saying I think he's displayed bad leadership at times. For example, in the post-game interview, when the Lakers beat Houston, oh yeah, Dylan Brooks, hell of a competitor, man. Yeah, I respect what Dylan Brooks does. He loses. Next question, Dylan Brooks. I'm not asking a question about Dylan Brooks. Oh, but you can praise them when you win, but when you lose to Dylan Brooks, all of a sudden, nah, why you talking to me about Dylan Brooks? I don't want to hear about Dylan. Shut up, man.
Sore loser.
Praise him then. Like it's like little
loser,
stuff
man.
like that. Like I don't want to. Like it's all fine and dandy when you're winning. Oh yeah, you can show love to people when they lose to you, and then when they beat you, all of a sudden the love stops.
Mhm.
It's funny. It's funny. I know, like, oh, you want to dap up Steph Curry after you just beat him by 1 point. Would it be the same energy if you would have just lost to him by 1 point?
No,
Who knows?
he'd have walked out.
Who knows? And that's why I'm like, yeah, it's great when you win, isn't it? Yeah, the leadership's so easy when you're winning. But when it's time to display leadership when you lose, and no one's saying you can't be mad when you lose, but as a leader, and you know people follow the example you set, it's about being conscious of that. And the things he does sets a precedent for things that I think transpire on the court.
Even today.
When the team has a lack of effort getting back in transition, that's because they see LeBron James, when he misses a shot, stand on the other baseline and not get back. Now, I'm not saying they still shouldn't get back, but I'm saying if your leader is doing things, it makes you feel like you don't have to do certain things if he's able to just walk back and not play defense and doesn't come into the frame until there's 10 seconds left on the shot clock. Those type of things. Or when he doesn't feel like closing out and instead just let someone shoot, even if they're a 40% three-point shooter. What makes other people think we don't need to have intensity? Our leader doesn't have to have intensity. And now I know from other people's perspective is, well, LeBron James has done enough in the league that other people should be making up for what he does. Fine. But if you're a player on the Los Angeles Lakers playing as many minutes as he does, you have to give effort on the court.
Mars, hold on, man. Hold on.
After this, we got to move on.
LeBron might leave a 40% three-point shooter open in the corner, but you're not thinking, Mars. You're not studying the game. He only shoots 29% in that corner.
Oh,
he might shoot 40 overall, but he shoots 29 right there. So for me, I'm gonna let him shoot that because that's 29% right there, 40 everywhere else. That's Big Bron right there. Big Bron.
And I've had enough. I'm not gonna lie. I've had enough of the 39. He's 39 standard. I'm sorry. You can't have your cake and eat it too. You can't praise the man when he plays well and says he's a top 5 player in the league, and then compare it. Oh, he's better than Jason Tatum. He's better than this guy. He's better than that guy. And then when he does bad things, oh well, he's 39. What do you expect? So stop comparing him to players younger than him and saying he's better than them if you're not going to hold him to the standard of the players younger than him. I expect Jason Tatum to give consistent effort. And if you're going to say LeBron James is better than Jason Tatum, I expect LeBron James to give consistent effort. I can't hear people tell me he doesn't need to do this and this because he's 39, but he's better than this guy who's 25 and he's doing all of those things. You can't tell me both things are true. That doesn't make sense. Stop comparing him to younger players and telling me he's better than them and then telling me he doesn't need to give effort because he's old. That doesn't make sense. I've had enough of hearing that. I can't keep hearing people tell me LeBron doesn't need to try on defense because he's 39. LeBron James doesn't need to get back on defense because he's 39. LeBron James can cry to the refs because he's 39 and then compare him to players who are younger than him, who are playing better than him and say, well, LeBron James is better than them. That doesn't make sense. You can't compare him to people and then not hold him to the same standard as those people. You can't do that. That doesn't make sense. Please just stop doing it. I've had enough of that. I keep seeing people say it. It doesn't make sense. Please, I beg you, stop doing it. And Jalen Green is the GOAT.
All right, y'all. This is a picture from last night's game. In case you were wondering how LeBron feels about Darvin Ham, that's how he feels about his head coach.
Pluck that lump. That's how I be. No, stop. I'm not blaming Darvin. I'm not blaming Darvin.
And also, too, USA, Damo, USA. I do also want to say that it was amazing watching the Pelicans play last night. Or not the Pelicans, I'm sorry. The Rockets play last night and watching their young guys all on the court at the same time. Amin Thompson, Jalen Green, and Cam Whitmore. I felt like I was getting a glimpse of the future, and it was phenomenal. I can't wait to see them 3 years from now starting for the Houston Rockets and really like being the most athletic team in the NBA and going
Happy birthday
crazy.
to Amin Thompson, by the way. And Asar Thompson. Happy birthday. 21.
Today's their birthday. So,
Moving along, I'm gonna show these last games. We're not really gonna touch on them too much, but I do just want to acknowledge them. We had actually a game that went down to the wire. The Magic and the Mavericks. The Mavericks won a game that was wire to wire, 131 to 129. Luka did Luka things. He had 45 points, 15 assists, 9 rebounds. Paulo, on the other hand, got down as well. He had 36 points, 9 rebounds, and 7 assists. It was a good matchup. Anybody have anything to say about this game?
Jonathan Isaac was on a minutes restriction. That's the only reason the Mavericks won. That's it. Go watch the 8 minutes Jonathan Isaac was on the court. Luka Doncic wasn't on pace for 45, 9, and 15. Just saying.
Paulo needs to be getting more rebounds. I'm gonna keep saying it. He
Definitely need to rebound more. 100% he need to rebound more. Yes, he does. 6'10", B. Rebound.
I'm not even saying like the rebounding, and I don't want to make it seem like I'm saying the rebounding is why they lost or anything like that. Paulo's just too damn big to not be getting more.
He should be a double-double guy.
Yeah,
he should be a 20 and 10 guy.
That's my only takeaway from this. Luka's the GOAT.
Tim Hardaway was super.
Oh yeah, Tim Hardaway had what 36.
And then a travel in crunch time, which was bad. Can we put some respect on Joel Embiid, please?
Why?
Because now it's come out that he's legitimately hurt and didn't duck Denver, or are we just gonna keep saying he's ducking Jokic, even though he's?
I'm gonna keep saying he's ducking Jokic. It's just more fun.
Okay, so we just don't care that the man was legitimately hurt and tried to play.
I mean, I'm not gonna lie to you. I'm not gonna lie to you. These teams be lying. These teams and these players be lying to save their narrative. I'm not going for it, man. I'm gonna push my narrative, my propaganda all season long. He's ducking Jokic. He's ducking Denver. He's been hurt ever since 2019. He's hurt when it's time to go to Denver every time.
Well, 2019-20 he played. Then 21 he was actually hurt. You can go look. He was missing games before the Denver game. It was like in a stretch where he missed like 15 straight games. So he was hurt. 2022 the same thing. It was in a stretch of the season where he was hurt. 23. Yeah, he just ducked the smoke. He ducked the smoke. This year, he's legitimately hurt.
What's wrong with him?
His knee that's been bothering him the whole season. He went out and went to. I mean, these are
he couldn't jump. He went out. He went out to work out.
He went to warm up. He said to the Philly coaching staff, "Don't put me on the injury report. I'm playing in this game." Went to warm up and couldn't jump. What do you want him to do? Play and not be able to jump? And then ruin his career because you want to see him in Denver?
He knew he couldn't jump before he went out there. That's all I'm saying.
Interesting that he could jump a week ago.
And he still said, "Don't put me on the injury report. I'm playing in this game." And the Philly coaching staff said, "You are not playing in this game." They said he's not playing. Unless you're saying he's not being able to jump.
No. The Indiana game, they were saying that same report. DeMar's talking about the same thing that came out. DeMar's talking about. They were saying he shouldn't have played in the Indiana game, like before that game.
And you can't say Embiid. Like, it's the Philly coaching staff who said he wasn't playing. So stop saying Embiid didn't come out with this report. Embiid isn't the one who said, "Oh yeah, the coaching staff shut me down." None of that. He didn't say none of that. It's well reported and documented. Embiid wanted to play in the game, couldn't jump, and the Philly coaching staff said, "You are not playing in this game if you can't move." Like, that's the coaching staff doing their job, and Embiid wanted to play in the game. And it's the same thing with the Indiana game that he did play in, and that's probably why it's even worse now, his knee, because he probably shouldn't have played in that game either. Because he wasn't moving well in that game either. So you can say it's cap all you want, because I know you guys don't like Embiid, so that's whatever. But to say he ducked the smoke this year, disingenuous. Last year, I can agree with you. The 2 years before when he was actually hurt, no. And then before that, I mean, he wasn't even MVP Embiid yet, so I don't think anyone really cared. So
then we gotta start talking about him like the all-time greats, Mars. We got to do it.
You guys be making some crazy conspiracy theories to try and prove your narrative that Joel Embiid is scared of whatever you think he's scared of, even though he averages more points against the best defense in the NBA than damn near everyone, more points against teams above 500 than everyone in the NBA. But apparently he just ducks these teams, even though he dropped 51 on the best defense in the league and the defensive player of the year. But apparently he just doesn't want to play against these matchups because you guys think it's funny to say so. I mean,
then the fact that he's not available, Mars, that's a problem. Let's take the duck and the smoke out of it, okay? Because it's obvious that he ain't scared. From your estimation and from what the logic that you're giving me, it's obvious that he's not scared. Okay, I'll get with that logic, Mars. But the fact that the guy isn't available as much as he should be, we can't.
Yeah, that's the problem.
That's the problem. He's not available as much as he should be. That's the biggest issue that I have. And because he's not available, I'll take the duck and the smoke. I'll take that off the table. The fact that you're not available as much as you should be, that takes you out of the conversation because availability matters. That's the same logic that you were giving me, Mars, when we talked about Kawhi Leonard. There's a stretch where you can only give me 3 elite seasons from Kawhi Leonard. I think that's all you could give me. But the fact that he won the NBA championship twice and was the finals MVP twice, now we're talking about this guy as being in the top 15 all time. But wait a minute. Playing matters. Being available matters. And if you're not available, how can I talk about you like I talk about these all-time great guys? I can't do it.
I agree with that. And that's why I'm concerned for the playoffs, because this knee, I'm not saying it's Kawhi degenerative knee, because I don't know. But if he has to load manage his knee the whole year, there's clearly something wrong. That isn't just, it's not just like, it's a basic injury, rest for 2 weeks, he'll be fine. It seems like he has an actual problem, which is he might not ever be healthy in the playoffs, which is why, I might have to accept
Is
that.
this the same problem as last year? Because he had a knee injury last year too.
It might be. I just know it's left knee soreness is what they keep putting it down to. I don't know if it's tendonitis. I don't know what it is, but it seems to be lingering. It's like if he just plays too much, it's just going to keep getting worse and worse. So you have to load managing him through the season, which means he's probably not going to win MVP this year, which I think is tough when you have a season as good as he is and he's not going to play enough games.
And not going to make the all-pro team either, Miles. Don't leave that part out.
Exactly. I mean, that's tough for like if he cares about winning another MVP. But maybe he will have a healthy postseason run. Who knows? But I just don't think he's ever going to be fully healthy. I just don't think that's possible.
Fellas, we got super chats. We're gonna go ahead and knock them all down right now. MP13 said the Pelicans really might get fooled and give that fat slob a max contract for him conditioning on company time. I just trade him. We can't have someone who's in shape for half a season and is an injury risk.
First of all, didn't they just sign him to a max deal? Literally, I think it's like $193 million, $183 million.
Yeah,
So they already
it's not fully guaranteed, right?
Right. It's not.
So yeah, there's that. But they did extend him.
Yeah, they did. They already did that.
Drink More Water said, to the people that want coaches to make adjustments, what specifically do you see schematically that you want these coaches to change? Is it plays / sets, defensive schemes, or personnel / rotations, etc.? What is it?
Exactly what you just said. Defensive schemes. 1s and 5s should not be switching. Not only should 1s and 5s not be switching, maybe the pickup point should be higher. When you got guys in when you're playing against a fast or great transition team, the pickup point should be higher to slow them down. You shouldn't have Tyrese Halliburton hit the pickup point be at the 3-point line when they're in transition. No, that's a scheme. That's an adjustment there that you should be doing. Tyrese Halliburton should not come up the floor unmolested. Pardon my maybe I should use a different word than molested. Tyrese Halliburton, yeah. Tyrese Halliburton shouldn't come up the floor unbothered. Nobody should. He shouldn't just come up the floor that way. When you got Vanderbilt on the floor at the same time with Cam Reddish and Wood, that should not be a rotation that you should have on the floor at the same time. Russell Westbrook, DeAndre Jordan, and Dwight Howard should not be on the floor at the same time, but they are. That's a rotation issue. Those are the things that need to be changed.
And also to address that super chat, it's not a one-size-fits-all thing because you said coaches, what adjustments the coaches make. It's not a one-size-fits-all type of thing. Like some coaches need better rotations, Darvin Ham. Some coaches need better defensive schemes. Like the Pacers coach. Who is that again?
Rick Carlisle.
What's his name? Carlisle. Yeah. Carlisle. Mm-hmm. Some coaches need better plays and sets and all of that good stuff. So it just depends on the team you got, the roster you got, and some coaches just are bad at certain things. But to keep it pushing, Brunson's disciple said, Ron, we got Jamaicans out here in NY2. Stop protecting Dub and Mars. Knicks are going to the finals this year. These dudes hated on us all year. Nobody in the East stopping us. Knicks top 3 title team.
I said the East has 4.5 contenders. I said the Knicks have an outside shot of going to the finals, and now you're saying I hate it. Shut up.
And Brunson's disciple said cap to that.
Nah, shut up. I said that yesterday. Go watch the show.
You want to talk about delusional fans, Damo? Check out Knicks fans, y'all. Talk to Knicks fans. Some Knicks fans are ridiculous.
Oh, I know. My uncle's a Knicks fan. I grew up my whole life hearing about how John Starks was better than X, Y, and Z in the 90s and all that. Yeah, I know, Chill. Trust me.
Shout out to John Starks' historic Game 7, man. Best game in NBA history.
KTJ012 said, if you could trade Mikal Bridges, what team would you trade him to, and what impact would he have on that team?
Milwaukee. He'd be great in Milwaukee. He's perfect. He's perfect for what they're looking for. Los Angeles also with the Lakers. He'd be great on the Lakers.
I'll give Brooklyn one of their picks back from Mikal Bridges.
The Lakers is the answer. That's a team that I think he would be phenomenal on. Literally can play his natural role of the 3. You know, be a 3-and-D guy. A great one at that. Yeah, man. Shout out Mikal.
Speaking of 3-and-D, D3 sent through a super chat and said, I see PC as a show for the majority of big sports, basketball, football, and even soccer. But where are the shows for motorsport? I would love to see a show about IndyCar or Formula One.
Oh, this guy drove his car faster than the other guy. There you go. There's the show.
Left.
Turn left.
Left.
Oh, no, he turned left again.
Left.
Oh, wait. He turned left again.
Left.
Oh, wait for it. I can't wait to see what happens next. Oh, my God.
Left.
Another left turn.
Left.
Hey, D3, I'm excited. These guys might not be excited for that show. I'm excited for it too when it does happen. Maybe 2025.
Dude's trying to sell me that Formula
Yeah,
One car drivers are athletes. You drive a car.
Well,
I'll be honest. The G-force the strength that requires
G-forces is different. I ain't gonna lie.
That's tough. That's
different. I will say I don't want to slander the motorsport.
Yeah, I'm not gonna say they're not athletes because the strength that requires to sit in that car, and you know how hard it is just to push down the accelerator. You know how hard it is. It's not just a regular car. Like you gotta have some insane strength. They're athletes. I'm saying
it's not the easiest thing to do in the world. I promise you, it's more to it than just driving fast. I literally watched a video last night for no reason at all about how Danica Patrick is like one of the most overrated race car drivers. Just breaking down like how the scoring and the stats and everything goes into it. I would have to do basically how I did for baseball and really immerse myself to know what's going on, so I know what's going on. Because I ain't gonna hold you, I haven't really known nothing about NASCAR or motorsports since like Jeff Gordon was the name to talk about in NASCAR, and I know that was eons ago, essentially.
And that's because you was in North Carolina, and they probably have stats of them out there somewhere. So I'm sure of that. Anyway, I'm sorry, Ryan.
That's Dale Earnhardt. I actually went to crazy thing. I went to elementary school with his niece, Dale Earnhardt. So yeah.
Okay. DSG Piccolo said some people think Thibault would veto any trade to the Bucks with Doc there. He can veto any trade for a year.
Yeah, I can see that.
Thibault.
Yeah, who wants to play for Doc Rivers?
Not Thibault.
I did not know Thibault had a no trade clause.
I forgot
if your offer sheet gets matched as a restricted free agent, you basically get a no trade clause for a year.
I didn't know that. Okay.
Yeah,
that's a dope thing.
Yeah, because they basically kept you there against your will. So hey, now you get to choose where you get.
You don't get to ship me out wherever you want to ship me out to. No, I can get with that word. I can definitely get with that.
Keeping it pushing. Hans Walker said Devin Booker first year as a PG, averaging 29, 5, and 7 on 50, 39, and 88 shooting splits. Respect this man.
Who doesn't respect him?
I mean, he's playing with Kevin Durant and Bradley Beal.
Right. Doesn't respect.
I'm gonna be honest. Devin Booker very high on the ethical buckets tier list.
He is. He's a hooper, but we already respect him. I don't know nobody that was disrespecting him. Now when he's matched up against Luka, I mean, I know where my allegiance lies. Shout out.
He just has the most unethical 70-point game of all time. But he's an ethical bucket guy for sure.
Literally.
That's 7. I don't even count that as a 70-point game. But that's besides.
When you mention Devin Booker or when you think of him, just remember this number. Wherever you want to put him at, 1 through 10, but he's somewhere in there. Just remember that.
Oh, no.
Yes. MP13 said, PG being the best player on the team isn't going to allow them to win a championship. PG's point guards. Steph, a top 12 player all time at worst, is an anomaly. Let's not pretend it's feasible for small guards to win.
It is. It's just, I don't understand what's so hard to understand about it. Everyone understands how hard it is for a small guard-led team to win. But just because it's hard, doesn't mean it's impossible. Impossible and difficult are two different things. Y'all are talking like it is impossible for it to happen, or because a few anomalies happen, then it's impossible. No, it's not impossible. It is just extremely difficult. And teams would rather take the easier road versus the difficult road because a lot of teams suck. Management-wise and front office-wise.
And building a unit around a small guard, it's an anomaly. Okay, sure. It has happened, though. It's not like it's never happened. And it's happened more than once, more than twice. So you could do it.
Almighty Lambo said Cam Whitmore went at LeBron like he was the star, saying, "This is about to be my league."
I can't believe he got him at 20. I can't believe it.
If a man pans out, if a man actually does pan out, which I hope he does, I do think he will when he gets it together. Yo, that draft class for the Rockets might be generational. Like that might be one of the ones they talk about for a minute.
Amen is very good. Amen just can't shoot yet, but Amen is very, very good. Like that was a pass he made. It was to a Cam Whitmore 3. He got a rebound. He climbed over someone for a rebound, like over the top. Climbed, got a rebound, pushed the pace towards the end of the first quarter. Drove baseline. 3 defenders collapsed on him. He's behind the backboard and he threw a dot to Cam Whitmore for 3. Like no one on our team can make that, but that's an elite pass that he can make. So Amen's very good. 4 years from now, when we have Amen, Jalen, Cam, Jabari, Tari, and Sengun, good times. Good times.
All right, y'all. All of a sudden, I got a super chat from all of a sudden. Said, would you rather be the 6th man on a team that wins 9 chips, possibly win Defensive Player of the Year, and play 13 seasons, or be a superstar averaging 36 a game, win MVPs, and never make it to the finals, but play 19 seasons?
How much money do I make?
Let's say all max
That's a great
contracts, like
question.
your rookie contract, and then the other one is not necessarily max contracts, but right below a max contract as a 6th man. Not right below, but like not mid-level exceptions, but you make a good amount of money.
20, like 20.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Today's
6 man.
NBA?
Yeah, 6 man.
You're getting paid as a 6th man if you're on a team that wins 9 championships. You
Yeah,
integral.
give me 9
And you're
rings.
getting DPO wise, you're
Yes.
definitely getting some good money.
Yes.
And if it's in today's NBA, definitely give me that because I'm gonna just start a podcast. What?
9 rings and a defensive player of the year.
I'm gonna just
Coming off
start
the
a
bench?
pod. I'm gonna start streaming.
Yeah, give me that. 20 million a year? Yeah, give me that. Because if I'm playing 9 years to get 9 rings, 20 a year, that's 180. Yeah.
I'll take it.
Good on that. Yeah.
Big Dom Rich said, all of y'all said Miami is a championship contender just yesterday.
All of us. Ho.
I still think they're contenders to come out the East. I still think they can.
All of us.
I never backed down from that take yesterday. So
Yeah.
I mean, I said I wouldn't be surprised if they made a run in the East, but yo, stop acting like they ain't lose 7 games in a row. How are we supposed to be talking about them? We supposed to be talking about them like, yo, they're going to the finals. They lost 7 straight games. What are you talking about? Man, that's like saying that this chick, yo, you just yesterday was saying she fly. She still fly. She just got a ripped skirt on. So I'm supposed to be talking about her like she just got out. She just got it in front of the mirror. She ain't as fly as she was yesterday. What are you talking
The
about?
hardest part of Miami's season is getting themselves to the playoffs.
Right.
If they get there, I think they'll be fine.
Like, we supposed to
The
be
hardest
still
part for Miami is being able to actually get there. That's the hardest part for them. So
sick of these dudes, man.
I gotta know, did she leave the house with the rip skirt? Or
No, she was super fresh. She had her money gear on. Money. But yo, she ripped her skirt and she broke her heel. Does she still look the same as she did before she got out in front of the mirror? No. But is she still fly? Let's clean her up a little bit and let's get her back to looking like that.
Yeah, broken heel and ripped skirt is crazy. We got to get her right. Smokey said, well, Ticket, what about Anthony Edwards? But he's obviously not here. So what about Anthony Edwards?
Right, if they win a ring, is he over certain guys? Is that what that was about?
I think so.
Yeah, and the best player in the league if they win a ring.
There you go. Kenneth Jr. said, Damo, I just watched Dante Exum get slammed. He got the Kurt Angle suplex. Also, Terry Rozier shook KD.
Yo, when a dude slam you on the basketball
yeah.
court, you because basketball players ain't really like that. Let me put that out there, Dom. Basketball players are not really like that. So he must have said something foul to him.
absolutely. And I did want to speak on that during that Heat segment. Yeah, I know they lost. T. Roro shook the hell out of KD with that move. Shifty guy, but yeah, it was a nasty slam. Yabusele went crazy. I forgot it was Yabusele who did it. I don't know why I thought it was like Perry Jones or Thomas Robinson. It was Yabusele.
MP13 said Brown isn't the perimeter defender or isn't the best perimeter defender on his own team. What are we doing?
Oh, yeah, no, they have Derek White and Drew Holiday.
What does that mean? Right.
Keenan Bennett said, shout out to Damo. Give T-Man minutes.
I knew it was a wrap soon as they got James Harden for T-Man getting minutes. I ain't gonna lie to you.
Pip named Slickback said, chill. Stop randomly yelling after an hour of mellow talk, bruh. RIP people that wear headphones.
I'll yell if I feel like yelling. That's what I'm gonna do. I'll yell if I feel like yelling.
Okay. All right. There you go. You got it. We got new members. I just want to shout out the new members. Shout out everybody that is just now watching Players Choice, and shout out all the new members. Welcome to the family. We got back in the Mount Hendricks Book. Who else we got? The Green Maurice Sports, John Wick. Yes, that John Wick, the John Wick that you guys watched on the big screen. He just joined and became a member, so you should join and become a member. Also, while you're at it, like the video, subscribe, go to www.playerschoicemerch.com. Tonight, we will be on playback giving away NBA VIP passes. So if you don't have NBA League Pass and can't watch the game, we'll supply you with a pass so you can watch the game. Every day we are on playback. Open Gym will be on playback today, and they will watch film on, I guess, Magic Johnson. So right after Open Gym at 1 o'clock Pacific or 4 Eastern, go and check that out. Also, Chilltown will be watching the Indiana Pacers and the Boston Celtics on playback at 7 Eastern time, 4 Pacific. And also after that, J-Rob and Bama Headache Gang will be on playback, watching an assortment of games. So you guys go check them out. Any final thoughts or words or anything?
Me and Mars will be back on playback soon. So come check us out. Damo is in effect. Damo, make sure you pass that. So drink water, put on a suit, don't drink and drive. Hey, man, call your mother, yo. Call your mother.
Facts.
And also, shout out to Dub's new haircut, too.
Oh, no.
All right, y'all. We will be back at the same time tomorrow.
We got one more super chat. Hold on.
Oh, we do.
DSG Piccolo, you snuck one in there. I see what you did. He said, side note, shout out to Scoop for 20 in the fourth. He had 20 points in the fourth. Dub stat padding, unethical, but needed development.
Yeah, 40 and 10.
People try to open gym, man.
Scoop had 40 and 10?
I think it was something like that. Something crazy.
Shout out Scoop.
Hold on, let me see.
Chase a bag. Always chase a bag. Never not chase a bag.
Scoop had 22 points last night, but shout
Yeah,
out
that's basically 40 and 10. 22 and 4, 40 and 10.
All right. So,
all right, y'all. Open gym next. Y'all be sure to get over there. We'll be back tomorrow.
later.